Hey everybody, Mike Dukes here. This is Gaming on Geek Street, and here we are. Part 2 of our Call of Cthulhu adventure. This, you can tell, just looking at me on the screen, comparing episode 1 to this episode, night and day. Like I said, I look like I was pissed, episode 1. I might have been. It was just one of those... Cthulhu, unless they're interacting, or any game, unless the PCs are interacting with NPCs or whatnot, there's not a lot for you to do. Well, this episode, they're not really interacting with a whole lot of people, but there's stuff happening all around them. And that was fun to portray. It was fun to see the reactions. It was fun just seeing how... I love this adventure, particularly this latter half of it, because that's when things get real. Even those that look in the face of the supernatural and say that's impossible, it cannot be, they're kind of hard pressed, at this point in the game. So you'll see I'm having a lot more fun. I think the players were having a lot of fun. Of course, poor Sean, Wentworth Avery perished in the last episode. Spoiler. But he's back. Sean is back with Jacob Carfax, a friend of our good friend Dr. Jones. You'll see. But you've got a temporarily insane and wounded Lois. You've got Kiko, who is still adamantly, desperately grasping at anything that will allow her to give this a scientific explanation and not something supernatural. And then, of course, you got Jones, his bobcat. I don't know. But I'm not going to waste your time any longer. This is a fun one. Are you going to take bets on who dies, who lives, who goes insane, who lives to fight another day? I want in on that poll. I'm just saying that now. But have fun, happy Halloween, and play some Call of Cthulhu. So, the ladder was in the back of the truck to give better access to the attic window. He was up there trying to draw the semblance of the symbols that were on the lower window sills. You were sitting there watching. All of you were, really. And then, just all of a sudden, it's as though something grabbed his head and just ripped him into that window. And that's when you just started screaming your head off, leapt off the back of the truck, and just started booking it toward the tree line.
Yeah.
You guys are all in trouble because I run track.
I play hockey. So.
Did Wentworth scream?
Chuckle, 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 chuckle.
At best, there was a and it was...
Okay.
At least it was quick.
Yeah.
I don't feel better about it.
So
I'm glad his
Kiko...
head didn't come off and the body just
Kiko,
come down the
Lois.
ladder.
Right.
Nevada Smith?
That's Dr. Jones.
It's Nevada Jones.
Nevada Jones.
Nevada Jones. All right. Kiko, Lois, Jones. Kiko, Lois, Jones. Got it.
You know me. We're pals. Look.
I mean,
That's the guy
I
you're
did
friends
know
with.
you. Now you'll get to carry the coffin.
I cranked the car. I'm not carrying the coffin.
So Kiko leapt off the truck, chasing after
Yes.
Lois.
Yes.
What a weird name, Kiko.
Hey, it's not as weird as Nevada.
This is weird. What a weird name.
So Nevada, the ladder has fallen to the ground. There was some
Like a
sounds
bobcat.
up in the attic, and then silence.
All right, everybody stay calm.
Aside, of course, from the wailing screams of Lois.
I already ran.
Now into the trees.
Oh, reach into my pocket, grab a cigar.
It's the perfect moment.
Do you have a cigar clip?
Bobcats. I mean, I'm sorry what happened to Wentworth was horrible, but I mean, better him than me, right?
Huh.
That's all you get, man. I'm sorry. You're chasing after her, right? I'll just stay here and hope they come back soon and smoke my cigar.
You're a teacher?
Wow.
Professor.
Damn it, man, I'm a teacher, not a hero.
It's all right. They don't pay me enough. I don't
I
even
say
have
he's not
tincture.
getting paid enough.
Yeah, I need the.
These
There is
trees,
no
as you're
cigar.
passing them by, each one seems to just be growing in toward you, trying to capture you, pin you in. So once you finally reach a clearing, you stop yourself right in the middle of it. And even still, it seems as though those trees are slowly trying to enclose upon you. When she breaks the tree line, you see her just rocking back and forth in the middle of this clearing. No longer screaming, but obviously disturbed.
Lois? It's okay. It's okay, it's me. I think that it's probably not safe to be out here.
I don't think it's safe to be back there.
No, but we should go back to the car, and we should get in the car, and we should go home, okay?
I don't know.
What-
I don't know where I don't know.
Um,
I don't know.
I think that whatever's in the attic could be out here also, and so I think we need to probably just get back to the university.
You think it's out here too?
It could be. It could be. I don't know. I would think that it would be more dangerous out here.
I think the closer we are to that house, the more dangerous it is.
Well, do you want to walk back to the university? Do you want to walk into
I want to
town?
wake up.
Okay, you're awake.
I don't know. I
You're,
don't know. I don't
you're
know.
awake, Lois.
I don't know.
I pinch
There
her.
was a man that just got
Trees.
swept up by a bobcat in the attic that I don't even know why we're here.
I understand. I understand, and I think that we should probably get home. But to do that, we either need to walk home or we need to go back to the car.
Lois, I need you to roll a die 10.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I don't think so either.
1.
Oh no. I don't
Wow,
like that
that's
look.
like perfect score, right?
I don't know. Is it?
Think the lower the better?
I think
Well, in
so.
this case, you were rolling to see how many hours your temporary insanity will last.
Okay.
Plenty to go around.
Your temporary insanity is acute claustrophobia, hence why it felt as though the trees were closing in on you. So for the next hour, that's still going to be pressing on you. So things like getting into the cab of the truck, no. If you're going to get in the
Yeah.
truck, you'll be in the bed. Not after that hour, you'll be okay.
Okay.
Mostly.
Okay.
We can walk.
Okay.
Is there something I can roll to try to find them in the car?
Let's go.
Where they can see the car and I can pick
All right.
them up?
Turn the headlights on.
I like put my arm
I mean, it's
around.
still like 4:30 in the
Yes.
afternoon.
Okay, I'll try to drive around the trees towards wherever they may be, assuming Wentworth cranked the car up enough before he...
So, tell me
Rudely
about this
left us.
Armstrong. You were excited to go see that person at concert tonight.
Yes, I wanted to go. It's wonderful jazz. I wanted
Oh,
to go.
okay, jazz,
and
yeah.
I'm not. I'm stuck here in the woods, in a creepy cabin.
Well,
The teacher's gone. There's a bobcat on the loose,
The
and the
teacher
other guy's
wasn't
a
helpful
complete
anyway.
jerk.
You both can hear the roar of the truck engine continually being revved in the distance.
Is he leaving? Is he leaving us here? He would.
He would. He would. That's okay. We're gonna get home. We're strong, independent women. We don't need professors to get us home. We're gonna get back to the university.
We're not going to rely on a bunch of old people.
Yeah, a bunch of old men.
You hear the horn being honked.
Pull out my flask.
Maybe he's trying to get our attention.
So we go towards the sound of the horn. Hopefully it's not the bobcat.
It's
right?
quite close, And once you get so far toward the edge of the tree line, you can see he has the truck right up against the trees. And he's just sitting there, and you could swear you saw him.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Scooch over into the passenger seat.
No, I'm jump in the back.
Are you okay to crank? I'll drive.
I go out there and crank the car. I'm gonna go jump in the back. Lazy.
Well, I think it goes without saying that there's definitely a bobcat in the attic of this place.
Yeah. Thank you for all your help,
You're welcome.
Professor. You've been so useful.
I am glad that I could be here for students in this time of need. Ash my cigar out the window. It reminds me of a story my father
No, we
once-
do not care. We're going back to the university.
All right. I think I know someone that can help us.
Is it a police officer?
He's
is
an
it
old colleague of mine, Mr. Carfax.
And what do you hope to accomplish with Mr. Carfax?
He is an expert both in the possible occult aspects of this, but also a hunter of bobcats.
Is there a window? Can I hear him talking?
And mountain lions,
Maybe in the back.
mind you. He once spent a year in Africa hunting.
What are we
By
going
himself.
to do
Listen,
about the
young
dead
lady.
professor? Is he going to help us with that?
With a stone knife.
What is the stone knife going to do for a dead professor? How are we supposed to explain this to the university, much less the police?
Look, we don't. This could just be a hoax. Maybe Wentworth's playing a ruse. A gag.
Wentworth,
Gurgle, 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 gurgle. In the attic, gurgle.
do you want to go and search for Wentworth?
Well, let's
Surely-
try to find my friend, Mr. Carfax, and see if he can help us.
I'm sure they'll be here any second. I'm bleeding very badly.
Or
What is that?
we can go to the Louis Armstrong concert
Is that the
and then go
sound?
deal with this later.
You are insane.
Where's the car going?
And you're a drunk.
What? What?
You have been completely useless this entire time. We have...
Are we sure this man can help us?
You pass through Ross's
Like,
corners. and As you
absolutely.
do, I need all three of you to make an idea roll.
idea?
Yep.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
Me either. I rolled a 65. It's probably not a good idea.
35.
Where? Oh. I don't have idea.
It's up in the top. Intelligence.
Oh, okay.
It says idea. I assume
Oh.
it says idea underneath it. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
5 above mine.
So you failed.
35. I'm 10 above mine.
Failure.
I got 35.
Failure.
Oh wait, it says 30,
Well,
12.
which number do I have?
9.
60, 30, 12.
So,
Somebody needs
as
You have been completely useless, and we're done listening to you. And
pay attention to the road.
wait a second. Hold on. Shh. Shut up.
As you mentioned, what are we going to tell the university, let alone the police? And as you drive through Ross's corners, you see every eye watching you.
What?
And then you remember when you stopped here earlier, Wentworth mentioned he was told by the proprietress of the general store a local woman had gone missing. So if you all got any strange looks, that's because you're strangers in town and this woman's gone. And now you are -1 of your number. This could look bad circumstantially.
That is.
I think we should.
Do we stop here?
Not
and
to
look
mention
for-
the fact you literally just
sheriff?
left your friend's body just to rot, or who knows what.
Do we get a sheriff? Is there a sheriff in this little town?
No, we go to my friend Carfax. He'll know what to do.
I think we should just get out of town right now because I'm not liking the vibe here.
I mean, by now, Ross's Corners is literally a speck, so you're already through and headed back into Arkham.
I think that one guy looked at us funny.
I mean, can you blame him in your case? But
It's probably because there's a hockey stick sticking out the window.
Trees give way to buildings as you re-enter Arkham.
Walnut tree.
Where do you wish to go?
where can we find this Carfax?
He is at Luck.
Come on, man. Show me the Carfax.
44, I passed.
Like I've been waiting to get that in there.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He is at
There's a coffee shop he would frequent when he is in town.
coffee shop. I know he was in town because he was in my office the other day.
Okay. Whatever you think he's gonna do for us, I guess. Let's go find this other old fart.
It's a really great coffee shop. I don't know if you guys have been there being students and all. I don't know if you guys drink coffee or not, you know.
Why? Because we're women and women aren't supposed to drink coffee?
I know you guys are more tea drinkers. My good friend, is the owner of this establishment. His name is Phil Lawrence.
Wow, he sounds swell.
He is a really great guy. Let's go there.
Fine.
Rumble the truck up to Stella's Diner.
But he owns Stella's Diner? It's not
His
Lawrence
mom's
Diner?
name was Stella. Look, I'll use the luck on it if I need to
To
make sure that Phil owns his diner. Look, I wrote 47.
I mean, he's our highest paying patron, so I think we named diners after Phil.
It's Stella's Diner, but he's in the process of changing it to Phil's
You're
Diner.
not here. Did you hear something? Did you hear, like, the ghost of...
As you are you a tea or a coffee drinker?
Tea.
You're sipping your tea, having, let's see, it's an afternoon. I don't know if you actually be having a meal or not. I'll leave that up to you. Regardless, a truck comes rolling up. Female driver. The passenger looks to, Jones. And then you also see a female shakily about to get out of the rear of the truck.
And Jones.
Nevada Jones is a small-minded little person of, no in particular intellect, no personal responsibility, and is a trifle horrible human being.
Is there a back door?
Yes.
Fortunately, I left Beatrice outside, so...
What does this... Is that Carfax?
And through,
There he is, right there.
Through the window, these are big glass windows. You can see inside, he can see out. You can already see he has noticed you.
We may want to go in there quickly before he runs out the back door.
You get the impression
What?
from the look on his face, the camaraderie that he is portrayed isn't necessarily
That's not a surprise.
equal.
You said this guy was your friend.
Yeah, I mean, mostly.
Push the
I don't
plate
think
away,
you have any friends.
Put my 3/4
Let's go
on the
before he
table.
leaves then.
I walk in,
Stand up, start walking towards the door. picking up
Mr.
my-
Carfax.
Immediately, you're taken by this attractive female, stylishly
Her
dressed
fuzz-
in a flapper dress with, are they fuzzy slippers?
Yes. Yeah.
Fuzzy slippers on her feet, which are muddied and dirtied. Matter of fact, even up to her ankles, it's just
I'm going to
dirty.
look everywhere in the bar for an attractive female. I don't see one in here. Weird.
It's a diner,
Oh,
not a bar.
yeah. I thought it was like a tea bar,
You think
coffee
every
bar.
place is a bar.
Excuse you. He's so drunk he can't see what's right in front of him.
I'm so sorry, you have me at a disadvantage. I don't think we've made acquaintance.
Unfortunately, I am an acquaintance of, I believe, your friend.
I'll just come in too, I guess.
Associate,
Come on, let's go.
Yes.
Mr.
Mr. Jones, who walks in presently.
We have a matter of a certain delicacy to discuss, and Mr. Jones is convinced that you might be of some assistance to us.
Oh, I can assure you that that is grossly over-exaggerated. I don't know.
Carfax, how's it going?
It's,
I'll go to the cake holder, lift it up, and take a donut out.
Could we speak outside, maybe in private?
yes.
You need anything else there, hon?
Yes.
Phil,
I'm
I
sorry,
told you
my-
don't call me hun.
My name is Jacob. It's nice to meet you.
Jacob, I am.
Your associate looks a little frazzled. Should we get her some water?
Put 25 cents on the counter.
Yes.
Coffee.
Okay.
I need a coffee.
Well, you sit and we'll be outside. We're gonna talk real quick, but we'll be right
Correct.
back.
Donut.
I said, as soon
No,
as there's a little
I'm
bar
fine.
at Phil's
Yeah.
Diner, I'm gonna get up, sit there, and have a coffee.
We got a demon bobcat situation we got to do.
All right. Hey, outside.
Phil puts
Yeah,
the
outside.
coffee in a donut right in front of you.
Thank you.
Nevada,
You can
why
eat
have you tracked me down this day,
What?
good sir?
That donut?
And
No.
brought
I will eat her
these
donut as
two
well.
young ladies in tow. He has not put you in a position that you need help with.
As
Is there-
desperately as I wish
was
to be
just a
out
one
of his
time.
company, and he's not forcing us to stay.
did you stop?
Nothing of the sort.
You don't owe him any money.
No,
Excellent.
no.
So,
those charges were dropped.
what can I be of assistance
Are you
with?
inside or outside?
As I go outside and I go over to a little pole and unleash my bulldog, Beatrice.
Oh,
Good girl.
okay,
Dog that always
Beatrice.
pees in my
This is
office.
Kiko. Kiko. This is Beatrice.
nice to make your acquaintance.
Beatrice is sniffing at your shoes.
Yes. This may sound strange.
You get another
If
coffee.
it involves Mr. Jones, I very seriously doubt there's anything you're going to tell me that's going to be much of a surprise. If he needs more bail money, I believe that we can discuss.
We do
that.
need assistance, but it's not financial in nature.
Well, that's a pleasant surprise.
I wouldn't say that so quickly. We've been enlisted by a late professor to investigate his estate out in Four Corners. And we've...
Four Corners.
It's not too far from here.
I'm not familiar with the Four Corners.
It's Four Corners.
Ross's Corners.
Ross's Corners. Four
Oh,
Corners.
Ross's Corners. Yes, they have a
Yeah.
small general store that I've done some business with. I do
yes.
need to check upon the possibility of that account sometime in the near future.
Well, that could come sooner than you realize.
Okay.
We've been out to investigate, and we ran
Who is
into...
the professor that has who's departed?
It was some old fogey.
Merriweather.
Merriweather. Yes.
Rupert Merriweather?
Rupert Merriweather.
He was an excellent professor. I'm sad to
Yes,
hear
yes,
that
no, he was
his
very well
name
respected.
is being disparaged in this way.
No, you misunderstand me. No, I'm...
Thanks for the beer,
Rupert
Philip.
and I were quite close.
You have to stop.
And
This is too much.
he
It's just a
somehow
beer, young
entrusted Nevada over here and another professor as well.
Coffee flavored.
Who's this other professor?
Professor Wentworth?
Oh,
said,
Wentworth.
"Cal,
Well,
don't
then
take
you're in
me away
capable
in
hands. I was
Oh, no, I'm
very
not.
worried when I saw Nevada was involved. But if Wentworth is keeping
Wentworth
him in
is
check,
dead.
then... Excuse? What? But
We've been out to
a plate drops in the
investigate.
background.
No,
Rupert
we're outside.
and Wentworth have
Check, please.
both perished?
You'll pay.
Wentworth,
I sit down,
You pay for my
or lean
coffee.
against the truck.
Yeah, I can do that.
we
I'm
went
gonna
out
make
to
sure I
investigate
charge
this
that to the
property, and there was a
language
wild
department.
animal, and
He
it
doesn't care.
got a hold of Wentworth, and
I'll get up.
as
go
far as
outside.
where
Yeah, a
Wentworth
lot
is
of
dead.
the
What do you
patrons
mean, as far as you're aware?
eyeing you because of the
When did this occur? How long ago? How many
40 credits.
days?
Just a few
I mean,
hours
A
ago.
few
you have a
hours?
bathroom?
We
So-
came straight from
Me
there
too.
to
We'll
here
go there and
because
see if I
Nevada
can.
here seemed convinced that you could help us.
But where's Wentworth
Clean
then?
myself up because I
He's at
forgot
the
I got blood
property.
everywhere.
You just left his
Thanks for
body?
telling me.
Yes.
Did you cover it in some manner?
I couldn't tell
The
the
wild
difference, really.
animal prevented us from investigating. And,
You're saying that the wild animal has taken the body of Wentworth and is now mauling it?
perhaps that's as far as we
Perhaps you
Yes.
should go out and help explain.
You're gone. I'm
As
there
she's
by
telling you
myself.
all of this, you glance through the glass and you see him. Doesn't seem to give a care to for anything.
Wild animal. What kind of wild animal?
a
Bear?
bobcat,
I am-
perhaps.
There hasn't been a viable mating pair of bobcats since the
I'm gonna pull out a
mid-1800s.
napkin and a pencil.
Well, we didn't exactly
Okay.
see
And I'm
it.
going to start sketching
it is
Wentworth's office, how I
something.
remember
It is some kind of
and
animal.
how I want it designed.
To lay it all on the line, Merriweather had different ideas about what is out at this house. He seemed
Oh, I've got a
under the
pencil and a
impression,
notepad in my
his
inventory.
excitable state near the end of his life, he seemed to believe that there was some kind of demonic activity occurring at this
I'll put-
estate.
I don't understand.
My
Have
He
some
claimed
hair
he'd
clips.
I'm
summoned
gonna
a
try to fix my
demon.
hair a little bit.
face in this.
I mean, you've got
As in
Try to
Beelzebub?
cover.
you've got
Satan,
bandages,
the great,
but because you were
rack
running and
here.
screaming,
The
I
Great Plague?
stretch the wound so the blood
He
is seep
thinks he
through
summoned
the
up
gauze a bit.
something.
near Lethotep. Are you
Well, there's nothing I can do
familiar?
about that. I'll just kind of clean
can't
up
say that
around.
That name is,
See if I can't
something I'm
fix my
aware
hair.
of. I'm sorry.
Doctor
No, except
Jones.
what are you
So,
doing?
I'm designing my office.
You need to
why,
put that away and go
uh,
out here and deal with what we're dealing with.
why have you
We're not
sought
dealing
me
with
out?
offices.
I mean,
I don't know why he
There's
claims
somebody
to.
here?
He says that
You're
you're
friend.
our only hope at this
Oh.
Shouldn't
point.
you actually go out there and speak to him?
Well, I mean, I suppose. I mean, I thought
How many did you
Margaret.
get about that
I
chair?
thought Margaret was handling it.
I don't know who Margaret is, but
The
you're gonna
young
get
lady
up.
that's with us.
That's not even close to being her name.
Margaret.
So Michigan, get up and go
What,
outside.
yeah. Oh, so
I'm gonna start physically.
Maybe.
Go outside.
I'm sorry,
I guess,
this is,
wherever they're
Yeah,
at.
you guess.
That's the name, I believe.
unfamiliar with.
You hear the bell on the door as Nevada comes out. He's got a pencil and pad in his hand
You're being shoved.
and being shoved from the rear.
Mr. Jones.
Now look, I found your friend.
That's
Carfax, how's it going, man?
stretching the definition of that
Appreciate
word
you stopping
to
by a couple days ago.
an extent that I.
Again, I hardly knew her.
Speaking of which, her entire head is wrapped in gauze. Blood has begun to seep through some of it, though.
She here, Nancy, she was attacked by one of these bobcats.
I'm gonna tell you one time.
Again,
Do not touch me. Not ever.
I didn't touch you, young
I'm gonna
lady.
pull out my switchblade.
oh my.
Violence is not the answer. See what I'm dealing with
Just
here?
don't touch me.
Well, I can see that you've probably
You have
brought
not
it
been
upon yourself,
helpful.
Mr. Jones. But
So you don't.
again, as I was just explaining to this
We'll go over to the
young lady here,
dumpster and
Ms.
start peeing.
Kiko, there hasn't been a viable mating pair of mountain lions in the New England region
Yeah, it was probably a
since
bobcat.
around the mid 1800s.
As much as I appreciate your
Yeah.
eye for the empirical data that you've presented to us, something is there, and whether it's a bobcat or some other kind of wild animal, it has taken
Something
Professor
did this,
Wentworth.
and something took Wentworth.
Yes.
I will show him.
I was told that you could help. Is that true or
I will
not?
show him these artifacts. We found these.
I'm sure that they're magnificent specimens of
Magnificent.
I didn't know if it had something to do with like
culture,
keeping
an
bobcats
era,
around or
a
something.
age.
What is it that you
They were
do?
discovered
Why
in
do
a
you think
house.
this man can help us?
Oh, I'm in the fabric and industry. My family is the largest fabric producer in Europe, and we are currently engaged in acquiring accounts over here in the States.
Yeah, if you don't have any silk bandages, you are no good to me.
Yes.
Why did we call him?
Why?
Tell him about when you went to Africa.
He said you could kill bobcats.
Yeah. Remember the story you told me? Wait, that wasn't you. That was.
I would imagine
Yeah, sorry. That was somebody
anyone
else.
with a powerful rifle
Well,
can
Yeah.
Damn it,
kill
we've already told
a
him too
wild
much.
animal, but again,
Do you have a
I
rifle?
could have swore it was you.
well, no, but
You are absolutely worthless.
we can.
I can drive the
Purchase?
car.
No,
and
you
I
didn't.
cranked
And
it
no, you
all
didn't.
the way here.
You did not crank it. I did not hear you crank it from the woods. And I
Well,
cranked it
thank
when
you
we
for
left.
your time.
I'm sorry for whatever you've been driving.
And you didn't
into.
drive.
And I can only
I thought
Thankfully.
warn you against associating with certain individuals that may.
Carfax.
You see
disparage your
a beat
reputation.
cop come walking up.
Mr. Jones
there.
is.
Hey, how's it going, officer?
Officer?
Is everything all right here?
Absolutely.
My miss, are you well?
No. No, I'm not.
She was attacked by a bobcat, sir.
So we're trying to get her.
She's a student at the university.
Show my ID.
Do they have IDs
A
back
bobcat, you say?
then? Yeah.
I shake my head.
So we were.
Where was this at?
Oh,
Ross's Corner.
Zoo, I would imagine.
yeah. So we were just consulting with our friend Carfax here, who once spent a year in Africa.
Really? So there are many bobcats in the area? I've never seen or heard of any.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, I mean, it could have been a mountain lion. I'm not
We
sure.
didn't see it per se,
It's
but
quite
it is some
mountain
kind of wild
bobcats.
animal, and it attacked some of our party.
They may be referring to the puma, which was known to be in the area, but even
Maybe it's a
those.
See, I knew you knew something about it. I knew there was a reason we reached out to him. He
Long-
knows the stuff. He knows these things. You want to go with us?
I'm sure that the officer is
With you?
many great demands upon his time and does not have time.
I've got to
deal
walk
with
my beat, but
foolish
miss,
shenanigans.
if you were attacked by some sort of wild animal, you might want to go to the station and make a report. If there's a wild animal attacking people, it needs to be taken care of.
I would
Yes,
concur.
I agree, but
I mean, maybe it was a gorilla.
Ha! Joshua with me, eh? You have a good day now.
Tip my hat.
Thanks for nothing.
Ma'am, my name is Jacob. I'm sorry I haven't made your acquaintance.
Lois.
Lois?
My name's Lois.
Lois, would you like to visit a hospital? Is there
She's
something-
been. The doctor's already seen her.
Has your bandages been changed recently? It looks like there's some seepage.
They didn't give me anything extra.
Oh, that.
God, it's disgusting.
Perhaps we should take you to a.
If you don't get away from me, I
hospital
don't know what's
that's
going to happen to
run
you.
by those who are not. You did not take her to some back alley surgeon to perform some.
Hey, this is all Wentworth's idea. I didn't even want to go. Wentworth.
Seems highly unlikely, knowing Wentworth the way I do. The man was fairly methodical,
Well,
and
I don't know what part of the story that you got or did not get.
I've heard about bobcats. Two of my friends being deceased rather recently, and no knowledge of a friend that may have died within the last couple of hours, and his body being left behind to be
I'll hand him
mauled.
all the paperwork.
Is any of that
we've got.
incorrect?
Yeah.
Really look right
I'll just
over through your
take
face.
it out and rip it out of
there
my
is
hands.
great
Here, read
concern
this. Read this.
about is
Read this.
what is this?
I hand
Ask, what is it you're
This
handing
is
me?
the whole reason we went to this place.
Literally everything she had in her hand, he just ripped out of her hands and said, read this.
Here,
Did
this
I
is
give
the
her a
letter
paper
that
I'm
Meriwether
sorry,
sent to
this
us.
is,
Can I pet your dog?
I agree. As a scientist, this is madness, but there is something at this property, and
Can I pet your dog?
Of course, it's, Beatrice. I'm
gonna sit down on the ground and pet Beatrice.
I pull a couple of biscuits out of my pocket. If you give her one of these, she will love you forever.
does this mean anything to you?
You know I can't see down
I'm
there.
incredibly sorry, Miss Kiko, but whatever knowledge that Mr. Nevada has imparted upon you regarding
that's me.
my studies
Lois,
has been greatly exaggerated.
let's return to our dorm.
If you need to know the difference
We're just going to be
between
done with it?
a 300 count sheet and a 1,000 count sheet, then I can be of service. If you
We
want
need to go
know
back there
the
because
best
Wentworth-
dungaree to wear for a certain application,
Carfax.
whether it's
We'll let Mr.
I need
Nevada
help.
Who's he
handle
talking
this.
to?
Going over here and finding Wentworth. I think he's
you
still
quit
in the
making up
house.
stories and just ask, old man.
I need your help.
Very well. Then let us go and purchase some weaponry.
Of course, he listens to the
I've
man.
got a gun.
Just what is it big enough to kill a bobcat, a bear, or per se a gorilla?
Well, I mean, it's not loaded, obviously.
There's-
I'm a professor, for God's sake.
Oh man. You try me so.
A couple were walking by, preparing to enter the diner, stopped to glance up, her bandages caught their eye, and then see you pull out a gun and put it back. Gangster.
Evening.
Film students.
Yes.
Film students.
Yes. Excited to be in the pictures.
Take a picture, lasts longer.
Ding ding, they're going.
If you're
tired of
not
being
coming with
judged.
us, then we'll be on our way.
Carfax,
was
you
attacked.
gotta come with us, man. You owe me that much.
I don't think he knows who you are. Let's just be honest.
I'm gonna lean in real close. I cannot crank this car
What
any
time
longer.
is it?
Now it's about 5 o'clock. A little
I
after.
need somebody who knows how to crank this
It's a
car.
little early, isn't it?
What?
I mean, you're drawing out my eyes with that breath, man.
Well, I mean,
He's been
I may have had a little
all
bit
day.
today.
You need to put
gonna
that
laugh
bottle
at his
down before it
dogs.
puts you down.
You're full
I don't
of it.
have any bottles.
It's in his coat.
He's a
Very
flask.
well.
Hey,
If you need my aid, I am more than happy
We
to
do.
give it.
we do.
We should be on our way then. I unfortunately don't have time to make much preparation, so we will have to take Beatrice with us. But
She could sit in the back with me.
I mean, you
loves
can-
a good car ride.
You can leave it here if you want. It's
What?
okay. It's okay.
If I'm going to leave a piece of baggage behind that is unnecessary, it won't be the dog.
You shouldn't talk about the student. They're students. Anyways, this way is the car.
Go up to the car.
I
40
will be driving.
He's early 40s, big bushy mustache, well groomed. Clothing looks to be business attire plus. He's wearing the deluxe business attire line that his family produces currently.
Is he medium height or
He's got
below
his cap on and an umbrella, walking stick.
Do I have anybody that I can call for help? Anybody at all?
Kiko's right here with you.
Anyone?
You'll be fine.
Anyone?
Maybe the dog.
Lois,
Beatrice.
Lois, I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
Are you below average height?
Thank God for that.
Is it?
Me and
So you guys have the university truck you borrowed. If I'm not mistaken, Carfax has his own vehicle.
I believe so. Yes.
Well, I ain't cranking that one either.
I mean, I didn't buy one of those models, sir.
I seen the dog was back here running on a little treadmill.
Well,
What is
bulldog,
his
it's
credit
not.
rating? Let's see. Oh yes, he
you're
does.
mistaken.
I thought it was
He
listed.
might have a driver.
I thought it was listed on the
Whoa.
under equipment.
I didn't think.
Gear and possessions. No, I mean, but there's only like 3 things listed. Under
What's
the
your-
gear and
what's your
possessions.
credit?
Treasured possessions, traits, competent, sensible, mostly conscientious, with a tendency to daydream.
I guess the question is, his drive skill is above base, right?
His drive skill is a double base.
Okay, that's what I thought. We'll say he has his own vehicle then.
Yes. Well, I suppose that we should get going before we lose the light.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to read this information on the way there.
Well, I'm going to read and drive.
I'll drive. Get in the car with us. I'll drive.
Well, I've brought my own vehicle.
It's inconsequential.
Yes, it is. But it's still here, it's parked, and it's only got a few hours left, so.
Well, then I'll drive your car. You read the information.
Oh,
I'll drive this car, and
I
you
mean,
crank.
I don't want you to think yourself as a driver, though. You're driving because you enjoy it, not
Yes.
because it's.
Because
Yeah.
I'm good at
expected of
it.
you.
She's surprisingly good driver for
Well, the
a
trunk is quite large, and
student.
your field hockey stick will fit in there quite well.
Okay. Good, because I don't
Alright.
go anywhere without my hockey stick.
Stop by the local general store and buy another shotgun
Okay.
or rifle and some extra bandages.
Can you just roll up by shotgun and some bandages?
1923?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Shouldn't be a
America.
problem. And whatever, some goods for dinner. Whatever, some bread, cheese.
You were just in. You just ate. You just left the
I'm under the
diner.
impression that this is going to take a while. Trip
I hope we
to
are
an
able
old
to
cabin, I'm guessing.
wrap this up rather quickly.
Very well. Please continue. She drives very well, and I will start perusing the materials.
Now, keep in mind, this is all the ravings of a madman at the end
Yes.
of his life. So,
I'm gonna crank
no
our truck.
In my studies, I found it was good to keep an open mind. These ideas
Put
that you
Bulldog
are
in there next to me.
unleashing
So
upon
I'll talk to
me
him the whole
would be
time.
absolutely
We'll
ridiculous.
get in the car and we'll
However,
roll down the window.
these papers,
Roll down your window.
papers are quite old. This diary dates back with these clippings to
Roll down your window.
1800s, and I actually knew Mr. Cecil Jones.
Need the air.
I'll slowly, as we're going, we'll roll it back up a little bit at a time.
This is quite disturbing.
I'll wait until it gets halfway up and then yell at him again.
it would be if you gave any credence to it. But anyway, I just
What do you
thought
think
you
they're
should have the
talking about in that
context
car?
for what
I mean,
I cannot believe you called this man and he can't.
Oh, he's brilliant, this guy.
what
He doesn't even
Meriwether
like you.
claimed was out
What?
here.
Oh, we've been pals forever.
I don't think you have any pals. You're kind of a real jerk.
As you get out of Arkham and once again pass through Ross's Corners, even more so than before.
is their general store still open?
Yes.
They're not. They don't.
I
They're
need
not,
to.
they're not quite friendly
I need-
with us.
I understand, but I need to stop here real quick. Just for a
I
second.
don't know that that's
It'll be
a
very
good-
quickly, please.
I'll pull
Miss
over there.
Kiko.
The last time that
You're
we
not
were
driving.
in
You're
this
asking a
town,
favor
driving.
of
You're
me. I'm
cranking,
just
I'm
asking you to
driving.
pull over so I can
You don't crank while you drive.
they,
You crank
they
before
don't
you drive.
treat
Plus-
us-
That's
they're-
why I'm
They're not
driving.
very
Oh, I-
kindly to
Oh,
us.
it's
I know. That's why I'm driving.
Fine.
The locals can. You just have to have a way, but
I'll
be friendly
follow.
to
She
them.
pulls in, I'll pull in.
Plus,
I mean, you can get gas here too. There's a gas station.
take a chance to stretch the legs.
Does it need gas?
You have to use the restroom. I
need you to go and pay for gas.
that this cabin has an outhouse. This might have indoor plumbing.
Of
So
course, of all the things
It
that
doesn't.
Nevada was going to mention.
Because I went before we left. It doesn't. We got some truck.
oh, thank you. I'll pay for it inside.
Oh, it's on.
I need-
It's on the
75 cents on
Florida.
pump one, please.
Florida's
Oh
paying.
my!
Say, what happened to the other fellow you were with? One I talked to last time.
Bobcats. Crazy.
He's still at the house. We had to go back.
You know that old cabin up there on Blah Blah Drive?
You said that's where you're headed, yeah.
Yeah. He's up there
Close
wrestling
to
with
the
bobcats. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Incredibly sorry to bother you, but has the manager had a chance to look over the pamphlets I might have left about a month ago regarding bringing in a new line of material for dressmaking, clothes making, as well as a new line, fully finished clothing.
Well, being as I'm the manager, I can tell you I looked over your papers, and it's a little bit highfalutin for us around here.
Well, okay. Well,
I can't say is what few folk we got living in Ross's Corners can afford that lavishness that you're.
so a more sensible, down to earth style might be something like a dungaree.
A what now?
The Levi's jeans. The
Folks around here work. We've got to have material that's going to withstand time, not just to be prettified.
okay. Well, I
Don't see no lavish
Companies.
balls happening around here.
think this is a line
beaches.
of information that is very valuable to us. Can I perhaps arrange a meeting with you at some point in time, buy you lunch, and discuss what rural America needs within these stores that we can provide at a reasonable price?
He'd also like to buy a shotgun.
I have one of those, but an extra box of shells wouldn't hurt.
Roll persuasion.
Sorry, I have to look that one up.
I've got to tell you, everywhere we go, he tries to sell something. He once sold me an
Yes,
a smokeless
I have made a
ashtray.
persuasion roll.
Worked great for the first 20 minutes.
Perhaps
I guess it couldn't hurt.
problem is the smoking itself.
Well, I mean-
That's the
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I will make sure after
I mean,
my
they
friends
say
are
it's
done
good for
with
your
their
heart.
endeavors up here at this property to make a appointment to meet with you and discuss a more robust fabric that will be able to withstand the rigorous work that is performed
Look at him
by the
go.
individuals of this community. The hard-working lifeblood of America.
Hello, I like you, fella.
Thank you very much. And I have to say that this establishment is arranged in a manner, it's so easy to find things.
Yeah, the cobwebs up there really brings out the ambiance.
What you see there are some cobwebs. What I see is an industrious fellow that is so busy running his business that he does not have time to deal with small things like that.
She don't have any teeth.
Sorry.
She
Oh,
don't have any teeth.
What are you talking about? She has a lovely set of ivories.
So,
Have there been
What
wild
all- what,
animals in this area? Have you had a spate of attacks by rabid beasts of some sort?
not that I heard tell
Varmints?
of. Wait,
Is it geese?
he was serious?
Yeah.
I sometimes have a hard time telling when he is joking and pulling my leg.
That's why they brought you?
Oh, I'm just here to see
He
what-
once spent a year in Africa hunting on his own with a stone knife as his only weapon.
I can assure you,
Roll persuasion.
Okay, let's do it.
Africa.
5.
For a boat.
I don't know what my persuasion is.
You don't say?
I did not say that, but he did.
It was good.
even you're convinced.
Maybe I did. Hell, I don't know.
Well, I don't mean to make up any more of your time.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so very much for the information. We're going to go out and have a look at this property and see if we can fix it up and then hopefully liquidate it for our good friend and his wife, who I'm sure will need the fundage. Has anybody been interested in increasing the size of their farms that might border upon that property that you're aware of?
People largely stay away. And look, I like you, fella. So
Thank you.
I'm gonna let you in on the same thing I told the other fella that came in. You're gonna get some strange looks, so you stick around here.
Oh,
Y'all being strangers.
okay.
Maggie McFurter, local. She disappeared.
Oh, how long ago?
It was last night.
Last night. And you think that you've seen some strange beast near this cabin during the day?
Bingo.
Huh.
You think that's what it could be?
I am going to need an extra box of shells. Thank you so much.
So I guess be careful then.
I will be.
But if
Thank you
you've
very
been-
much. Is there a local constable?
You've been to Africa and such. I'm sure you can handle yourself.
I do break open the rifle, check it, put it back down, load it after that,
Whoa.
and yeah, I'm ready to go. Is there a local constable in the area that we should make aware of our presence here?
Oh no, not around hereabouts. Have to go up to Arkham for that.
Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind letting people know that we expect to be in the area for a few days and that we do have this, can I have this, Geek, please? Okay. This piece of property, I believe are we going to try to sell this for the family?
That is what Meriwether requested, yes.
Do you know if there's any real estate brokers in the area that might be able to help us with the marketing of this particular product? Once we get it cleaned up, you, I assume, will have buckets and soap and all the brooms and mops and things that we'll need.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then I'm sure that we are going to be doing some business here as we fix up that property. I do not wish to waste any more of your time. I understand that you're very busy.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
We are hoping to get to this cabin before daylight. Do you have lanterns, flashlights, anything?
We have everything that
thank
we
you.
need, yes.
You're well prepared.
We had flashlights.
Thank you very much.
Wentworth
will take
had
her
something,
hand
now we
and
don't.
Gently kiss it.
Oh,
It's always good
You
to have
have
extras.
a lovely day.
Actually, ma'am, can we purchase 2 flashlights or 4 flashlights?
I already have a flashlight.
Oh well, then we need a 4th for Wentworth
For-
because he'll need a flashlight
Oh.
when we get back.
Yeah, I thought
Extra batteries as
he
well?
had one.
well,
too.
you're in luck because 4 is all I've got. You're gonna clear me out of that. Extra batteries. Gonna work through the night, huh?
Well, you know, we don't have lodgings around here, so I believe that we'll be staying there. And
All right. Can't quite recall last time old Meriwether was up there.
you did know of him then?
Oh, everyone knows he owned it. Never did nothing with it.
Okay. Yes,
Well-
Rupert has unfortunately passed away, I'm under the impression. I haven't
Oh.
had a chance to discuss it with his widow, but I believe that is what we're doing for a friend.
Yes, as
Sorry to hear it.
he's
Oh,
asked us
thank
to
you very
help
much.
get that in order for his family
He's
as
a
they
good man.
grieve.
Professor of things at Miskatonic University. So I think he was hoping one day to fix up that property and retire to it out here, quieter
Really?
life. I think there was something about Ross's Corners that he spoke of that spoke to his
Bernice.
heart. A more
Beatrice. Beatrice.
relaxed way of life with the salt of the earth, people who knew the value of friendship, loyalty, and hard work, as he described it to me, of course.
Well, that's some highfalutin words.
He liked it out here a lot. I'm sure he didn't get to spend nearly enough time here, but I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps his remains might not be buried on that property someday. Well, enough of your time. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for treating my friend so well today. You've been incredibly kind and a font of
I
information.
told you, he knows just about everything.
Lois, here, take a flashlight.
Flashlight.
You notice her eyes keep darting to her bandages. The blood has seeped through the gauze down to her slippers.
She's fine. It's just a scratch.
Head out to the car. Give Beatrice a biscuit.
She's in the truck with me. I took her.
Give you the biscuit to give to her. She is quite fond of these.
I'm quite fond of Beatrice.
She is a good girl. She's kept me company quite some time. I've been away from my family over in England for about 6 months now, and she has brought me a great deal of comfort.
How good is she with bobcats? You think she could take one out?
I think she could maul the ankle of someone.
I say when we get there, we send Beatrice up in the attic, see what happens.
We send you up in the attic to see what happens.
I mean, after Beatrix, probably.
No, before. I like her better.
Beatrice.
Oh, it's not Beatniks?
He apparently can't pronounce anything.
It's time to dry out, my friend. Maybe get into a program. Are you
Excuse
still
me,
willing
ladies.
to drive up
Yes,
further away?
yes.
Thank you.
I
You
mean,
know
I
the
can
way?
drive if you
I know
guys
the way.
want me to.
You're definitely not driving.
I will
I've driven.
lead the way.
I'm gonna need you to get in the truck
Put the,
and roll
stuff that we picked up
down
into
the
the trunk.
window.
Load it all up, get in, and yeah.
We're off.
Vroom, vroom.
There's a bootlegger around here if you guys want to stop.
No,
How did you get in the car with
Miss
me?
Kiko, please do not stop this vehicle for any transgressions that Mr. Jones would like to take part in.
The bootlegger lives down the street here and
There's
visited.
a time and a
Their
place for
names,
everything. This is
Jason
not the
and Kimmy Burton.
Nor the place.
Best bootleggers this side of the Mississippi.
I'm considering throwing myself out the window. But I like Beatrice.
But fine.
She's here.
Probably should have got some bullets for my gun.
It's a very short ride. It's only 4 miles away.
So what does your course of studies consist of?
Biology. I am a scientist.
A biologist, or
Well,
are you
in-
specializing in that field?
I am specializing in biology, but I would consider myself, a true student of science in general.
Okay, and have you taken any courses requiring medicine, first aid, anything of that nature?
Of course,
Excellent.
I'm very capable.
I think we may need to change the bandages.
Yes,
on
we can do that when we
Melissa's
get
face.
to the house. I'll
You
take care of that.
roll past that dead tree when you make your left-hand turn, and there is the cabin, the barn. As you roll up upon it, it's all very,
That does look like a decrepit facade, doesn't it?
very
No
silent.
curb appeal whatsoever. The grass seems to be unkempt. The building doesn't appear to have been painted in ages.
Hey, do me a favor and park with the
I
butt of the
believe
car
that
towards the door, so that way if we got to
Meriwether had not been out here in a very long
take
time.
off.
Seemed that way. Well, he's been ill for
That's
several-
probably the best
several
thing you've
months
said
now.
since I met you.
Hey, I'm full of good
By the way,
ideas.
I don't think
you
so.
handle this vehicle quite well.
Thank you.
Get out there
Thank
and
you.
Driving for a
slap
long
their
time?
car. Come on out!
No, I don't have much experience, but
I
I
think you have a natural affinity for
thank
it.
you.
I'll open the door for Carfax.
Oh, thank you, good sir.
Come on out there, buddy.
Use the cane to my umbrella walking stick and get Beatrice.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lois. Would you like to care for Beatrice while we're here?
No, I don't want to be responsible.
I
in
mean,
case
I'll
something
watch it.
happens.
She's
I'll watch
not known prone to run off. She's
I'll
well
watch
behaved,
it. I'll watch it.
I'm
don't
not
worry.
worried about it running off.
potty trained, housebroken.
I'm not worried about her peeing.
puppy? Do you want to go in the
I
attic?
walk up to the
Do you
front
wanna
door
go
and
up in
She
the
growls.
I'm not going in the attic.
Oh, I forgot to tell you when we got here the first time,
Uh-huh.
there was a man in there, stark mad, ran out in his underwear.
How far off the
that is
beaten
true.
path is this place?
Could have been a drifter.
4 miles outside of Ross's Corners, and then
Is there any railroad tracks nearby it?
not really, no.
So you're saying that there was a drifter staying somewhere on the property?
Box full of robes, devil robes as well.
Box full of
Devil robes.
devil robes?
Yeah.
Well,
Did you read the paperwork?
I did. I
Yeah.
don't think that would have belonged to our drifter. I think that was part of
Yes.
Meriwether's
Yeah, it does belong
young
to the drifter.
club of misguided fellows.
What we had discussed before the accident with Meriwether, I get all of these old men confused.
Wentworth.
I
is his name.
understand that
Wentworth!
perhaps at this point in time you're
Are you up there?
discombobulated, but
We had
both these men have,
discussed.
one of them has passed away, and the other I think we need to have Mr. Jones check on very quickly to make sure that he's okay.
Let's
We-
not act too hasty here. I've never faced a bobcat before.
Well, we've brought
First time for everything.
We brought the rifle, which you are familiar with. You've used it several times, correct?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Do you know how to use the rifle, the shotguns?
Yeah, sure, yeah. You just put the stuff in, you point it, you pull the trigger.
Just said, don't break it. Make sure it's all break it. There you go.
Yeah. Oh,
And why don't you guys just let me handle the gun? 'Cause I'm
that's
not
heavy.
sure
What is
you
your
guys know
rifle?
what's happening.
there you go, yeah. Hey, you didn't get that from a professor. You got it from that guy.
I got it from the professor.
We had discussed going through with whatever's described in this paperwork.
These are all the ones where you crank it
And
down.
it's not any better
all right.
than
Or the-
mine.
Yeah, it's probably pump.
Is it a pump?
Just to prove
Oh,
that
no,
this
it's
has
break apart.
no bearing
It's got
on
two
the
hammers. You
situation,
put 'em
that
in
this
the
is,
top. Okay.
Right.
in fact, nothing
Well, he
supernatural.
loaded it, right?
But you have
I'll check it.
taken the time to prove that.
No, that's what I'm saying, that
look at
we go through with the ceremony
Oh,
just to
Put
say
it up on the shoulder.
100% definitively for everybody in the room that this is not what is happening.
Okay.
That's what,
Well,
I
I
think,
think that's an acceptable way to go about things. Miss Lois, could we have you sit down here for just a second? And,
come here and let me fix those.
Did they not give you any salve, cream, and ointment to put upon that?
They
I don't-
did.
I don't
Nothing? They did? Do you have it with you?
Well, they may have given it to Wentworth.
I was gonna say, check my purse.
I just take a tissue and just dab around.
That helps.
I don't
You
think
vaguely
that's
recall
safe.
seeing Wentworth thanking someone and putting it in his coat pocket.
Oh, he left his
think-
coat hanging on
I
the
think Wentworth has
on the
this
supplies.
stuff.
Where our suitcases and stuff are.
Wentworth, get down here.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
I mean, it's a simple matter just to go up into the attic and get it.
His coat's hanging on the rack over there.
No, it's not.
He was a gentleman.
I believe that going into the attic is a mistake for any of us.
But
Because
Except
you've
for
been
Jones.
attacked once. Wentworth was dragged in.
Jones to go up and check on him.
look, ladies, I'm not going up in this attic.
Take the
Well, I brought
shotgun.
Carfax.
You want to sacrifice Carfax? Is that what?
He's
is that
faced
what you're saying?
bobcats before.
Pretty sure Meriwether invited you for a reason.
Unsure of what it might have been.
So far, you haven't really done anything.
I've not
so this
seen any
probably
archaeological
is-
evidence that would suggest any kind of supernatural events taking place in this
What kind
cabin.
of
No one's super
archaeological-
supernatural. The Bobcat's up there, so go up there and get it.
We're all here because we had some connection to Meriwether. Meriwether sent us each a letter requesting our help.
No, I didn't
For some reason, we're all obligated to be here.
feel bad that Rupert didn't feel that we were close enough to send me such a letter.
Nope,
I
you
thought-
should feel bad that he did send the letter.
Here, you can have my letter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know,
In mine.
Kiko, it's not the
I'm gonna knock on the
Man, we're
attic
closer
door.
than that, but very well.
Whitworth!
With
My hand. I'll throw some rocks at it.
What's he? Oh no.
I'll just yell up there then. Whitworth!
Girl.
Hello?
The duality of Sean.
He might be asleep.
I mean, other than the creak of wood when one of you moves, there's no sound.
I got an idea. We bring the ladder up, open the door, put the dog in there, see what happens.
Yeah, you go get the ladder.
Put the walking stick against his chest. I think that your time for ideas is coming to a very, very quick end. Perhaps, Mr. Jones, if you wish to risk anything, it should be your own hide and not those that you find expendable around you.
It's not that, it's just
It seems like it is that.
these dogs are meant to attack.
No,
Attack.
no, Mr. Jones, that Beatrice wasn't used for bear baiting or any other attacks of that nature.
I
She's
just
been
assumed, being
raised
of your
as
stature,
a
you
pet.
trained her to be useful.
Yes, she's accompanying me, and
Drooling all over the car.
no, Mr. Jones, that was you again.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Talking about your problem. So,
I don't have a problem. Except for this bobcat.
You did an excellent job, by the way, of bandages. I think that's probably helped cut down on any
Looking at me.
scarring. I do know a doctor back in Arkham that might be able to help.
And we
with that
can
as well.
we can attend to that after we're done here.
What needs to be done? You guys have had more time with this situation. You seem to be under the impression that there is something that they were going to do or can be done.
I believe that they were going to initiate some kind of ritual to, in their minds, put this creature, this demon, back in its place. Obviously, that is lunatic, but as I've said, I think as a scientist, it is our duty to follow through with any experimentation. We should treat this as an experiment. My hypothesis is that this is a load of bull, but I do think we need to see this through. My views on the supernatural have not changed, but I am a scientist. So if somebody presents an experiment, perform this ritual and this will happen. I mean, I have a duty to see that through just to, verify the results. So that's what I intended to do, was just to prove that nothing wild was happening. Everything is explainable by science. Just to prove that that's not what is happening here.
Very well. There seems to be a large amount of supplies over here by this rickety table.
You can thank
Tarp and paint
Wentworth.
and oh look,
Jones and
another
Wentworth.
shotgun. Oh, and another box of shells. Is this a picnic? It is, and I go through the picnic basket. It's a picnic basket. Some rolls of toilet paper. Man was thorough, if nothing else. Right. I'm sorry that I'm so new to this. I don't know why it is that Mr. Jones thought to engage me. However, I am here now, and whatever assistance that I can provide you, I will do to the utmost. I am, while deeply bothered that my compatriot's, I believe, corpse is being mauled upon upstairs. I don't hear anything. However, you have definitely given me pause to poke my head into that attic. So therefore, I am willing to go along with this ritual. Any way you think I can be of use, please instruct me, ladies, and I will do so.
Oh, it is so refreshing to have somebody useful around for a change.
Hey.
Most appreciated. I say that as I look directly at Nevada.
Did I not tell you about Louis Armstrong this evening? That's some useful information. In fact, I'd rather be there
Listen.
right now.
Well, then go.
Oh.
Whoa!
Shall
No. He doesn't get to go, and I have to stay here.
Well,
I was gonna go as well.
Then
Brilliant young
stay.
jazz player out in New Orleans right now. He's playing.
Take your word upon it.
You like jazz?
Can't say that I have grown an ear to enjoy
It's
that.
more for a younger generation.
Then why would you have anything to do with it?
I'm only 35.
Yes, but well over the hill. Both academically, professionally.
You should be married
Whoa.
with a bunch of kids by now.
Whoa.
Instead of boozing it up in the campus.
Whoa.
I'm gonna start
I am married
putting
to
this
my
down
work,
on the
young
floor
lady.
Okay.
I don't even think you know what your work is.
I am an archaeologist.
How? What,
with the chalk.
You
that
have
we
an
bought.
archaeologist, anything since you got here.
I'm
Father
going to read
says
through Wentworth's
that most of archaeology is done
very
in the library,
methodical notes,
which is where I spend most of
If
my
you
time.
rewatch the last episode, you'll see that I took a lot of notes of Wentworth, which will catch
I'm
me
not
up.
even so sure you can
And
read.
I believe that he brought
Professor,
this gallon of
you want an
paint
egg,
to
don't
make
you, in
sure
this
that
class?
the circle doesn't get. There's something in
Yes.
this about someone marring the circle
Okay.
I suppose
and
that
allowing
is
it to escape.
a
You
smart
keep talking
idea.
like that, you're not getting an A.
Thank
Well,
you
switch
for the
places.
No,
suggestion.
it's not mine.
Whoa,
It's,
threatenness.
No,
I'm
no,
the
no,
professor.
please
Just
take
reminding.
the credit for this
Fail.
because
I'm just reminding.
Look,
Thank you for
every time I
pointing
look
that
at
out.
you,
And
Very well.
also, it's only after 6 p.m., according to those instructions and Wentworth's notes. Do not begin until midnight.
so
don't
we
begin
have
until
time.
midnight. The entire thing.
The process begins, the drawing of the pentagram begins at midnight.
Well,
no, I thought
Sat
I said
here
an
all this
hour
time?
before midnight.
So you're telling me we need to do this for a vodka?
Can we open a window?
No, I'm not telling you to do anything. You've brought me out here, and now this young lady seems to be under the impression that this can help. I, at this point, see nobody willing to go into that attic, and therefore I am unwilling to do so. I am more than happy to follow the lead of those who have come
Okay.
before me. So, I
Okay.
believe, ma'am, in the time-honored tradition of business that we
We'll take
cheat.
We cheat?
You did bring that chalk, correct?
I'll put
I
one of
did.
the robes on.
Let us take this time
Okay.
to adequately put down the chalk mark, and then at midnight
We'll paint
we'll
over it.
trace it. Yes.
Look at these
Very,
robes.
very smart.
There's robes for everyone down
I can
there.
only hope that my daughter is as clear-headed and methodical as you are when she is of your age.
Nevada has now donned one of the robes.
Oh, what the bloody hell, Nevada? What are you doing?
You're supposed to wear these robes.
At midnight?
Well, I mean, you could wear them now.
It's not even time. Final.
I am a little cold.
You look ridiculous, sir.
Oh,
No problem.
yeah. See,
I'm just cold.
I'll throw one both of you.
I will
Pet
brush
Beatrice.
mine off and then put it over a chair or the table.
I'm
And
sorry, I don't have one for the dog. Though it would have been cool. Yeah, little doggy robe.
don't know that we need a little cultist puppy.
Oh.
How cute would that be?
When in Rome.
If there is this hocus pocus, maybe we can cast a demon into it.
All right, so
Into
we're
the
gonna
dog.
dry run.
Smack the dog on the butt, send him out
we
the
know
door.
we can't do it till midnight, but
Just
we're
unleash it
gonna
onto
like
the world.
Yeah, little
prep it
devil
as best
bulldog.
you can to practice know what we're gonna do?
Mm-hmm,
There's a chant or something. Is there candles? Is there salt?
There's
Is
a
there
chant. Let's see.
Any of the materials that are required,
donuts.
we'll like lay
From
out somewhere to keep it well at hand.
Somebody needs to chant. Somebody needs to hum. No, I'm sorry. I can't.
Can I play the harmonica?
Burn? Is that burn?
Yes,
Okay.
that brown,
Burn
the
has
brown
certain-
box he has over there contains a brown powder, which must be burnt.
Okay.
Well, I can
yes.
do that part when I'm smoking my cigar.
Fire nearby. You will know the chemicals mentioned by their
Powdery appearance. I've prepared the chemicals and I've stored them with these papers. So somebody will draw the pentagram, somebody will chant, and somebody will burn the chemicals, although anyone else could chant as well.
All right. So having extra chanters, how long do you have chances? Just like a line or two?
It appears that we'll have to
Oh my,
chant
there's so
perhaps over and over again. It says it will take an hour.
Oh, yes. I
Jeez,
would
why?
definitely advise all of us to be
Right,
prepared to chant and have some water nearby to allow people to take a break.
I brought extra donuts
jeez.
from the diner. If you guys
We
want
should
some donuts.
definitely take the time, I would believe, to practice this out loud so that we all know the
Yama, yama, yama.
exercise sapi.
Does anyone
Do you know what that word is?
speak Latin?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm about to look on there and see if I can translate or something.
I know Japanese. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
going to
did.
come
That
in
guy
handy.
knew really well. The live guy, not so much. Yes, we should definitely spend some time
15
going through and trying
out of
to
40, and it's got 20 and 8.
to learn this because I am
Nevada
unfamiliar
could
with it.
actually
Hey,
transcribe that
it's in Latin,
into
guys.
English for you if you wanted.
That would
that
be
would-
so beneficial.
yes, I
Oh,
do believe-
spirits of
Or
the
in Italian,
serpentine,
because apparently I speak some Italian.
virtual exorcists per the scientist.
All right,
We're
well,
all going to die down here.
I will leave that in the capable hands of Mr. Jones.
Dunningham's
It appears that
50%
Mr.
off.
Whitworth brought some extra paper, a notebook, so perhaps you can translate this into.
All right, how long will it take me to
Can
translate
it be
this? to Latin?
translated? Will it work if we invoke this in another language, or does it have to be in its original tongue?
I mean, according to this ancient superstition here, this Latin appears to be like an old dialect from the 14th district of the 9th century.
Then perhaps we should have
Aztecs.
someone who is familiar with the Latin to
That is me.
speak it for the hour, and
Oh,
then
wait,
have
wait,
one
wait,
of
wait,
us
wait,
who
wait.
are not.
Ah, yes.
So
Well, let me try to
Knowledgeable.
translate the first part of it for you.
all right, well, while you translate, sir, me and
Oh, spirits,
Kiko, would you help me continue with the
you,
chalk
Yes.
drawing so I don't have to
course.
listen to
I exercise by the power, wisdom, and
He
virtue,
exercises as his elbow.
by the divine knowledge, by the dark lord, by the name of the old ones,
Probably Louis Armstrong.
the root, trunk, source, and origin of all the divine names.
Oh,
Hocus pocus, excuse me. Whence they all draw their life and their power, I exercise you by the name
There's a thumping sound from up in the attic.
Nyarlathotep,
Towards the attic.
Nathropotep, signifying the most excellent
Yeah, the dog starts barking, looking up.
I'm going to stop
ginger of wisdom.
doing the.
His majesty so high and brighter than the stars of the
Not finish
void.
it. Leave something very purposely
Then I won't-
undone
I won't
just in
finish after
case
that.
even the practice
I've
version
gotten
does
quite a
something.
bit of it done, but
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
pause.
think that's a good idea.
That's what this says.
Seems
But there's
to-
a little bit more too. I
Seems to have
exercised the
irritated
something,
the bobcat there, Mr. Jones.
something about Azeroth or something.
Okay, well, we can't do things at half measure, sir. You need to do it right. People's lives may depend upon this.
Yeah.
We've already lost a good
Yeah.
friend. At least one of us has.
Veratu, necktie.
Jeez, he's doing.
There, I said your words.
That was very well done,
Yeah.
Professor Jones.
See? Useful. Okay, is there anything I can use to determine where this is, or some of those names?
How do you sleep at night upon the bed that your father paid for, on the pillows, I'm sure, that still left over in that house that he built, with the knowledge that you, my friend, you don't stack up.
I'm starting to think we aren't friends.
Oh shit. He just said you don't stack up?
He just passes out wherever he is.
And I brought 2 stogies, my friend, for you and I.
What about the young women here?
Oh, women don't smoke cigars. They can barely drive.
We've had to put up with this all day.
Unfortunately, it's the one thing I can say about his father, that he comes by it honestly. Was quite the womanizer, and did not treat them in a manner which I think most people would find to be redeemable.
Yes, I can see
A
that.
notorious rogue.
Have you been reading about this Mussolini guy? I read him in this Time magazine, issue number 1, fresh off the press. Have you seen this?
I have not, but
You should watch this Mussolini guy over there. He's
Is Mussolini down in the state of Florida? I'm not very familiar with the states.
It feels like it, though. Yeah, there's some stuff coming out of Florida that feels very Mussolini. But no, he is a rising political star coming out of Italy.
Oh, Italy.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where it was.
Yeah.
lovely country.
Yeah.
Well worth visiting.
Yeah.
Textiles to die for.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see anything
the
going wrong
food?
there at all.
Superb.
So are you actually translating this, writing
Yes,
it down?
sir. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need? Is there? I see that there's something about a fire. So is there a fireplace? Is it cleaned out? Is it usable?
Looks actually to you as
As
though it's
Fall.
been
As
fairly
they're all.
recently used.
Okay. I can smell it, and all right. I'm going to peer up into it to see with the flashlight, make sure it's clear, and we're going to have no issues with that.
Should be no problem.
This fireplace is serviceable. However, in the vein of keeping up all possibilities, we have some oil lamps. I think we should keep them lit and use them as an alternate source. Is there a stove in a kitchen or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So yes, I think
It's just a 2-room house. You've got the fireplace. There's a
Young
table,
lady, can you
chairs.
pronounce this for me? Azathoth.
so yeah. I think everything
This
to
one?
do. Once I feel that we're settled, because
AZATH.
it's only about 6, we gotta go till midnight. I
Azathoth.
am around probably 8, 9 o'clock once we've got things secured and everybody's comfortable. I've met them well enough
As a
that
thoth.
we can have
Yeah,
a
by that time,
conversation.
almost everyone's stomachs are growling.
I
Take a
exercise
picnic
you by
basket
the
outside. Is
most
there a
powerful
porch?
name of Azathoth,
Sure.
the
Sit down on
all-powerful,
the porch,
who shall
brush it off
punish
with
the
a broom.
crimes.
And
That's what
lay
that
out a
line
little
says.
spread, enjoy sunset. Does anybody wish to partake? We have some.
Yeah, feed me.
I'm working here.
Let me see.
Working. Translating.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Working hard.
Good, bring me a sandwich.
I will cut off all
Is
the
there sandwiches?
cheese. I will slap whatever we've got.
You know-
He's got a picnic basket over there.
Put some bread.
You know
whatever,
Carfax.
And,
I had a sandwich last night. It was a pork loin, smoked.
and
My good friend Charlie Garrison, he cooked that up for me.
did he?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Mr.
It was
Garrison
delicious.
does provide a fine spread. I've
Yeah.
been invited to a couple of his.
Yeah. I told him he should get
good.
with you and go national.
Oh, well.
Maybe you could use your distribution network.
He crafts a fine meal.
Yeah.
I will take a sandwich to Miss Lois there and a grape knee-high. You need anything else, please let me know if I can be of service.
good.
And while she's not
Do you have
looking at
Latin?
me, I will take
I
a
do
quick
not
look
have
at the
Latin.
bandage
try
and
to
I have
see
English. It's
how it's
English.
holding up, and
Oh, it's
if everything
And
looks
Italian.
good.
But this is English.
I mean, for right
No,
now,
that's me
it's all right.
translating.
I know, I'm just reading what
She
it
just
I did
needs
says.
not
to
translate
not-
this part.
How's her eyes look? I don't have any medicine, but I'm just looking for
I've translated all this
very
except
obvious
for the
signs
last
of being
paragraph,
messed up.
and I will show them all but the last paragraph. I did not translate that, just to be safe. You know,
Her eyes appear to be all right to your view.
Okay.
Just she would need to largely not emote
Keep an eye on her. Just
and probably not talk much. Any kind of movement of the face is going to possibly cause those wounds to reopen.
I got some first aid skills if you want me to look at that.
Don't touch me.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Lois, I have first aid skills if you do need assistance.
I rolled a 78. You sure?
I told you not to touch me.
I have 50 in first aid.
yeah, I'm gonna eat outside on the porch, enjoy
We
sunset.
got 16 brawl.
Oh, jeez.
Feel like I've done
Yeah.
everything.
You're about to
my
get
limited
got.
amount of powers.
Got
I
60.
You want to fight?
I'm
might
not
have
sure
to.
why he's,
I wanna punch her.
Told you that I spent this time in Africa, or that I have
Oh, yeah. Tell us the story.
some skills in hunting bobcats. None of that is accurate whatsoever.
Really?
I am not
a
surprised.
Family man who is in the business.
Do
of
I remember
textiles.
you told me that
We
story?
have been in his presence for a little over a day now, and I'm not surprised.
It could
to
have been
find
my
that
friend
he's lied
Jason
to us.
Cowgill. That must have been who told me that.
Huh.
He's mentioned quite a few names, as if we're all supposed to be impressed by his associations.
You can tell when someone is truly loved when in the middle of a random restaurant somebody walks up, thrusts a baby in their hands, and then walks away. But I do not see that happening in this circumstance.
I don't either.
Oh well. I'm sure that these people he's mentioned are good folk, solid.
I certainly feel sorry for them.
Are you guys talking about me?
What? No.
Jeez.
I did translate that for you. Did you read it?
Yes.
Did you read? I spent at least 20 minutes translating
Kiko
that.
said she read it, and I
Yeah.
would, between your skills and her reading, I'm sure it's fine.
Hey, I'm 98% sure it's correct.
I'll look over it when I find the time.
98.
You are taken by the fact that you're sitting on this porch, the sun is setting behind the trees. One,
Well, my pocket watch.
this would almost
the
be
sunset.
idyllic, save for what's in the attic. And then you realize there are no sounds of cicadas, no crickets, no birds, nothing.
Do you hear that?
That's just my stomach.
Hear what?
The silence is staggering.
Well, thankfully Nevada has been quiet lately.
No, I mean of
I'm right here.
nature itself has a cacophony that it unleashes upon the world at sunset. Some find it to be a poetic muse that can lull them to sleep. I just find it to be a sense of comfort myself. But now, if you listen, you'll hear nothing, and that is unnatural. That tall grass out there should be filled with insects and
Only
other
thing I
small
hear
rodents.
is the
mice.
snoring from this beast that you brought. Why does it snore so loud?
Because
Well,
it's so
because
cute.
It has a flat nose, which it's been bred for, and that
It's loud. Why is it upside down with its paws in here?
would just be lucky that Beatrice hasn't had
Gets
much to
belly
eat.
rubs.
Otherwise, the gas is also
Oh.
quite substantial.
I can
But she is a good girl, and I want to say thank you for the amount of attention and care that you have given her. She has not been this well treated in quite some time.
I love her.
Well, then, if anything should untoward happen to me, I would hope that you would take care of her.
Oh, I absolutely would. You'd be lucky if you'd go home with her.
Perhaps you should go up and check out the attic.
Perhaps you should walk off a short pier
Oh,
in the middle of shark-infested waters.
oh.
Now, there's a suggestion that I think could be helpful.
And with that, I believe that you have ruined my my sunset dinner.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
will
read.
pack up my picnic basket and go back inside.
Well, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to read my new science fiction book by author Rachel Dukes, who wrote this amazing book.
I'm going to clean the shotgun and prepare it, check over whatever we've got, shake up some paint, brush off some robes,
Oh,
and then begin cleaning. Is there a pump, a well?
I know where the outhouse is. We'll get a shotgun and we'll go to the outhouse.
Okay. Is there a well?
Is anybody going with me?
well, that was a good chapter.
I think we should keep those close together, actually. But I don't know. Either way,
There is a well, yes.
fill up a bucket of water, and other than the room, there's two rooms. So the room that we're going to do the stuff in, I'm going to avoid that room because I don't want to mess anything up in there. But the other room, it's time to clean it. Rupert's family is going to have to sell this property, so start mopping it, cleaning the windows if there are any.
Oh, and I stand corrected. Apparently there is a wood-burning stove in that first room.
Okay, in that case, I will also prepare a fire with enough wood to keep it going for 2 days. Being over-prepared, kindling, the whole 9 yards.
The well water seems potable. It's just there's a surface level of leaves and detritus.
Okay. There's a bucket. I'll sit down and just pull some stuff off. And again, not only to drink this, we brought stuff. This is merely to put some soap into and begin mopping up and cleaning the first room. Maybe even the porch.
So while he is busy cleaning, what are the rest of you gonna do?
Let's go to the outhouse.
To
Pee.
okay.
I have to pee.
I will go and just kind of stand watch and like not too close to the outhouse, but just
I'm just
making
gonna take
sure.
her with me.
Yeah, like, ladies, go to the bathroom.
Me, her,
together.
and Beatrice.
Yeah.
Sure
Sounds
wish,
right.
sure wish there was a record
Short
player
fair.
here.
Well, they're away. Nevada, what have you gotten us all into? People are dying. You're saying that there's Wentworth. Seriously, is he in the attic? Is this some kind of elaborate prank that I can't even possibly begin to understand what the punchline would be? You've roped these 2 young ladies into this. What is going on here?
I'm gonna level with you.
I wish you would. Now's the time before we go any further with this. Before you chanting, incense, fires. I swear to you, my birthday is not for approximately a month. If you're going to have a bunch of people jump out at midnight, I'm going to be very cross with you, sir.
I'm gonna level with you. I don't remember half of anything that happened yesterday or today. Sometimes I black out. I have a drinking problem. I'll admit it. And I need help. So if you're trying to get information out of me, you're not gonna get it. Because I have no idea what's going on.
When are you going to finally come to your senses and get the help that you need?
It's my father. I have issues with my father.
Your father has been dead for 5
He
years
was a great
now.
man, and I live in his shadow every day.
Then crawl out from underneath it, man. And while you're doing that crawling, crawl out of the goddamn bottle and start living your life. It's pathetic.
Well,
You have dragged these 2 young ladies who I can see have absolutely no connection to Rupert Merriweather whatsoever out here into the middle of I don't know where.
it wasn't my idea.
You know,
I remember that part. It was Wentworth's idea.
last
We went into his office.
you know, your father was a strong individual who wouldn't have done this, but I'm going to now stop comparing you to him.
I appreciate
You're
that.
your own man.
Yeah,
Live your own life.
yeah, that's
So
right.
what are we going to do here?
We're going to either A, call the police, get somebody down here to look at this.
Why wasn't that done long ago?
Wentworth insisted we do this ritual first. He believed in all this occult hocus pocus, and it may have cost him his life.
You understand that his notebooks are over here and are quite detailed, like down to the minute practically. The man was he had an issue,
Oh,
and none of that is here.
well, that's how I remember it.
Perhaps it's memories that are fogged by the bottle.
Perhaps. You know my gun's not loaded, right? But I can still hit you with it.
I don't know that you could hit.
I'm gonna try.
I don't know that you could fire that gun within this room and hit a wall.
Are
at
you
this
gonna
point.
kill another of Sean's characters?
Oh, I didn't want to kill his first one.
As you're standing outside the
He was up there
outhouse,
crawling on the edge.
dog
around
is
the
just kind of
window.
sniffing around, and then all of a sudden Beatrice, her ears perk up and just starts barking.
I will head out.
I need you, and you, and you, and even you to make a listen roll.
Boom.
Nope.
I had 39.
Oh, I did a successful lap.
65.
Got it.
I failed.
I failed.
No.
Failure.
20.
You
I got
just didn't succeed.
I got
I
39.
failed.
I have 20, so is that good?
You have to roll under.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to roll under.
Under,
Okay.
yeah.
Now what? Okay, so
No,
like
I
when
can't
we
hear anything
succeeded,
except
we
audio.
checked.
Yes.
Now what did the check do?
At the end of the game, when
Oh,
it's all
okay.
over, you'll see if you have learned something from that experience. And,
Do I get to count listen
get
since
better.
I rolled?
If
Yes.
we
Well, you have to pass, I think.
Yes. There's still a chance that what you're going to do is like, what do you have to check next to?
No.
listen
Listen.
and
So what's
drive.
your number in listen? What's your percentage?
50.
50. So at the end of the adventure, you'll roll, and you have to roll higher than at that time. If you roll higher, then you've learned something from it. You'll roll, unless the rules have changed, you'll roll a d10, and you'll add that many more points to it.
Okay.
If you ever succeed to get to 90, you will actually regain some sanity,
sanity.
by you have perfected something. You are that good at it that
Okay.
it has brought you a semblance of calming, rational.
But then that way, because you have to roll higher, the better you get at a skill, the less likely it is you're going to get any better at it.
Okay.
You,
Beatrice, is she still she out there with the girls?
yes.
All the girls are
She's
together?
outside. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's
When I hear
outside
that, I
with Kiko.
cut the conversation off completely with Nevada, grab the shotgun, and rush out the door.
You rush out the door, you rush out the door and out of that open attic, what was a window? Something,
I,
a vortex of movement.
without any thought, aiming for center mass, I unload both barrels of the shotgun.
So Beatrice is barking her head off. From where the outhouse is at, is on the opposite side of where that attic window is at. But you do hear footsteps, heavy steps, someone running out the front door, and then pow! The shotgun blast echoes in the night air.
Lois.
And I need you to make a sanity roll.
Do. All right, here we go. We got a 10.
Nice.
I believe a 10's probably pretty good.
All right then, you lose nothing.
Yay! That's that.
So you're,
English resolve.
you just hear the dog barking, and then and then boom!
Yeah, I'm gonna hurry up.
And then it disappears into the tree line, whatever it was.
Off them.
That's great.
You think you should have hit it, but
On the move, putting 2 more cartridges into the gun,
okay.
closing it, getting out towards the outhouse.
What are you doing?
I am going to run outside and find out what's going on.
You see, he has now made a right and is headed toward what's like the outhouse.
I'm following.
You finish up and open the door. You see him round the house, shotgun in hand, loading shells in.
Carfax, where are you going?
Staring up, looking at the sky, assuming that's where it's coming from. The whatever something from the attic has left and is out here making. You do not hear that noise?
I didn't
Bobcat?
hear anything or see anything. I
It was
think
surely no bobcat.
Mountain lion. I'm going to pull the
Some
bullets
kind of
out and start
spectral
loading my
mist.
revolver.
Some kind of amorphous blob floating through the sky.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go hunt it.
Yeah, the two of you are a little uneasy. Him with a hand, kind of.
Walk over.
Yeah, you go
Calmly
first.
put my hand on your shoulder. My friend, we don't hunt it. This is the kind of creature I believe that hunts us.
You called me your friend. I knew we were pals.
Tough times. Tough times.
Listen, pal. Let's get back into the house where it's safe.
Proud, buddy.
Perhaps now,
not your buddy.
Lois, are you
Got my gun, I'm ready.
We should investigate the
in
window
action?
that it came out. The ladder's still up there?
It fell over.
Oh.
It's onto the ground.
Plus, the ladder had to be propped up in the back of the truck that you've been driving
Oh,
back
yeah.
and forth.
Maybe we should investigate and see if the bobcat's out of the attic then.
I think so.
Good.
one of
I'll
us-
hold the ladder
Well,
for
then
you.
we
Should
should be able to
stay.
go into the house then.
Someone should stay on the porch, keep a lookout to see if the thing returns, while Nevada thoroughly investigates the attic.
I'll back up the truck.
Okay. If you see anything,
It's getting shot.
roiling, deformed cloud moving at great speed, run into the house, ma'am.
Everything's
Do not
getting
wait.
shot. It's not this beautiful bulldog.
There's no sense of bravery here. Keep yourself alive.
So am I on watch?
Go in, put the ladder up,
The partially
pat,
insane person? No.
pat Nevada on the back. You got this, old
I'll
chum.
hold the ladder.
Am I supposed
All
to
right,
be at
you
the
got
front?
this.
Am I supposed to be at the front door?
I won't let you
Or
fall.
the back door?
Whatever you can see where
Would it be the back door? Is that where I would be?
wherever the exit is for this creature, that's where we need to post somebody that they can see.
Sandy, you with the hockey stick.
Exit.
Go up this ladder.
No.
So we've got the porch is not centered on the house. It's off center to the right of it. So from that corner of the house, 15, 20 feet away, there's your well. The tree line that you ran into is out there. That attic access is on that side. The outhouse, on the other hand, is on the other side and off a ways in the trees. Hence why you didn't really hear anything, because it was coming from the opposite side of the house, and the house itself was blocking the sound.
So does that put their?
Where do you
Back
want to
door?
be? Where do you want to be?
I want to be able to see. He said where it flew off into.
In that
so
case,
wherever
you're
I
gonna-
can stand to be able to see if it comes back towards the
In that
attic.
case, yeah, it'll be the front porch.
The front porch. Okay, then that's where I will be.
I've got it. No, it's sturdy. No, it's good. I got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I assume you said you backed the truck
Yeah,
up.
I told you I backed the truck
Just
up
look
so
at
he could
you.
put the ladder up there.
Really,
No,
everything's gone on.
you've been fine.
I'm sure you will be.
No, I mean, look.
Jones, part of the process of sobering up is coming to, well, you have to confront your fears. And my friend, whatever's in this attic has truly terrified you. This is just one step as I look at the rungs of several to your recovery.
Look, if something happens to
Persuasion.
me, you will not be able to translate the final paragraph.
Well, that would be unfortunate, but I believe that Miss Kiko has the ability to do so without much of an issue. She's quite competent.
Her expression
and
would
very
say
smart.
otherwise.
I'll lean in. She's a C student.
So she's one grade better than you usually were.
Oh.
Snap.
Oh, did we go to school together? I don't remember that.
No, I went to school overseas, sir.
Oh, yeah, Oxford.
You've heard of it.
I hear they have a garbage comma.
It was this Miskatonic University sends people off to their deaths in the middle of shacks out in the middle of nowhere.
I will tell you that
I'll slap him on the ass.
you
Get on up there, mate.
use persuasion.
No, because really you shouldn't do that in a game like this. That's all
Nevada.
Persuasion should be for NPCs. And things of that
Nevada.
nature.
You are the bravest among us. The strongest, really.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The smartest, the most cunning.
You're not telling me anything I don't already know.
Can I
honey.
hear any of this?
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
handle this, Nevada.
Yeah, because they're literally like 8 feet away.
Why don't you tell him to just get up the ladder? You're gonna shoot him in his butt.
Well, I might not, but Lois might.
Try not to be a man of violence, sensibility, but
All right, give me the oil lamp.
Like I've already done
Take
it
a-
once.
take a
I shouldn't have to go again.
All right, I'd rather take the oil lamp.
Well, the oil lamp will cause a fire and burn the house down. So I would prefer you use a flashlight.
I'll use both.
I take the oil lamp back.
Oh, I won't. I'll open the latch and throw a flashlight up there.
You will be going back up to retrieve that.
We did buy an extra.
You'll still be going to retrieve that.
Anything happening?
Okay, well first, you said open the latch.
To the attic.
So are you not outside where the ladder's already been?
We were on the outside.
They're
of
outside
the house.
guarding to keep a check to see if it comes
I
back.
thought we
there
went
used-
We're going
inside.
to take the ladder
No.
inside,
Yeah, I've been kinda
go in the attic.
Oh, but
normal
she
way.
said she already backed the truck
Oh
up.
no, I thought that's what they were doing.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm so
No, we're going
sorry.
to go in the normal way.
Okay,
I'm
my
gonna go.
mistake.
I'm going to position it so we go in the normal way.
That's fine.
This attic thing seems preposterous.
Okay, I'll go put the truck back,
Okay.
and then again,
Who's
stay
in the
with.
truck?
How much gas is in the truck?
We just
we
filled
filled
it
it
up.
They
up.
filled
Or
it
the
up.
car.
They filled it up.
Yeah, we filled it up when we were at the gas
Just keep
station.
it running. Keep it
That
running.
seems smart.
I don't know.
2 doors open. really pointed in the direction of the road.
Yeah, I'm just afraid if I leave the keys in it, that Montana here will leave us.
Montana's my cousin.
Good.
I'm not going to leave any student behind.
Tell you what, Lois, why don't you maintain control of the keys?
Yep, got the keys.
Seem very sensible. All right, now.
Put it in my overalls.
So you threw the flashlight, you just popped it open, threw the
Grenaded
flashlight.
it. It's like
You hear it and roll a bit.
Whitworth,
gurgle.
are you in there?
Everybody roll listen.
66.
Did not make that one. Luckily, everything's check.
Nope.
91.
That's 61, ain't it? Yeah, that's 61. Oh, 61?
No, that's percentage dice.
Nice.
So no one succeeded?
I got a 91. Does that win?
Yeah, it wins.
I did not succeed.
I mean, I can roll again if you want me to succeed.
Yeah, do we need to re-roll?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, look, I rolled a 7.
The sun was in
Free
there.
reroll, I heard.
73. I still can't
I
hear
rolled a
nothing.
7.
Ooh, 30.
The second roll.
Look, maybe we just switch out this percent. I'm gonna get switch dice. About that. I'm gonna go pink.
How you gonna know which one's which?
They're different dice.
Yeah, but these are pink and I like.
Save your crate.
You're listening,
points.
but other than that gentle roll,
29, and I still did not get it.
that gentle roll as it settled, there's no other sound.
All right, give me the lamp.
No.
I need to be able to see.
Here, take this
couldn't
last
throw it.
flashlight.
Take that flashlight, turn it on, and throw it the opposite
Oh
direction.
my god.
The opposite direction.
Perhaps.
Wait.
You
smell something?
could state your intentions before going through with these foolish actions.
Listen, if I'm going up this ladder, we're doing it my way.
Yes, but now your way has taken out 2 flashlights of ours.
Well, if you need them, you can go up the ladder and get them.
No, and then I will. No, you will be going to get those.
Oh, good idea. Give me that.
Like hell.
Did I hear anything the second time? Or?
Yeah, you heard it. You threw it the opposite direction. You heard it hit the wall, conk, and hit the floor.
All right, here. Fine.
Can you see anything?
All right.
This is a
With
horrible idea.
this thing lit up, I'll with my left hand up, not my right hand, my left hand up, and set it up on the ledge.
So you're opening it up still? You got it? Okay.
And setting it on
So
the
it's
ledge.
wide open.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got extra characters over there in case I need one that's
Do you
not
have
a
enough
douchebag?
extra
Just grab the one
characters
off the
for all of
top.
us?
Okay.
I heard we had some new neighbors. I was just coming out to bring you a pie.
You set it up on the edge. What it does illuminate. Were the flashlights on when you threw them up there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he turned them on.
You see a lot of cobwebs. Are you poking your head up?
No.
Okay.
But you hit a lot of cobwebs.
It's illuminating a wall.
All right, I'm gonna take my revolver out and put it in my left hand. I'm gonna put my hand up a little bit.
Are you left or right-handed?
I'm right-handed. And then I'm gonna fire one shot up in the air. And see if something
That's
happens.
smart.
What in the hell are you doing?
Smart. Oh, that's such a good idea.
Shh, listen.
What if Whitworth's alive up there for some
I shot it
reason?
in the air. I wanna roll 18 on a handgun.
You're not going to check for that.
Yeah, firearms, handgun.
To do what?
I
so I don't-
DM you.
So I don't hit anybody or anything.
You're pointing up in the air.
Yeah, well, he's worried about hitting somebody.
Yeah, if you... No.
Okay, I didn't know. I've been undm'd.
Undm'd. Come out of the chair. I've never done it before.
I
Damn
don't
it,
like being
no.
undm'd.
So
You are milking the system over there, pal.
you're all suddenly deafened, because without warning, boom! Inside of this house.
I'm outside.
Oh,
I yell, "It's okay, Lois."
Well,
I
not
think-
so much.
Oh, never mind.
Beatrice, you just scared the crap out of her, and she darts out of the house between your legs and out toward the trees.
Oh my God.
Lois. She'll come back. She will.
Who's gonna go up in the attic if the dog's gone?
You are.
I take my
Get
hockey
going.
stick and I prod him.
I'm just like, say, wait on. I'm trying to
Get
listen.
up there.
I'm trying to listen. Hold on.
Do I have any clue that Beatrice has
No,
taken
you're
off?
with me. You don't know.
Get your ass up there, Nevada. This is getting stupid. You're wasting time.
Hey,
I'm behind.
I don't see you up here with your head.
What time is it?
Come on.
Get out of the way, fool.
Come on.
Are you
Round
sure?
7.
I push him out of the way, down, grab the shotgun, and go up.
Oh, I'll hold the ladder for you, buddy.
It's easy enough to get this character. Waste another hour going back to town to get the next one.
my God.
Thanks to the lamp, flashlights aren't doing a whole lot because they got pointed into some junk that's up here, so it's not really illuminating anything.
Says you.
There's some, like a broken chair. Not a lot. Oh, sanity roll, please.
Oh, wait.
44, and the roll should have been a 75 or lower, so we made it.
You lose 1 as the dead eyes of Wentworth stare at you, and you see his chest cavity has been opened up.
I say a prayer for my.
The smells up here is horrid.
What's it look like up there?
Need a listen roll from you, please.
He just stops, pulls out Reese's out of his pocket,
66.
starts eating a Reese's. I'll tell you in just a second.
You can hear Beatrice barking out in the trees.
Is it relative? Does it sound like it's kind of close by?
I mean, the tree line itself is about a football field away.
I'll kind of walk out towards her and try to
But you do not see her.
call for her.
Stubborn bulldogs. What do you see up there?
Other than his body, there's looks like blood. You're not sure if it's from Wentworth's body or not.
Nothing's attacking me though. No horrible anything. I
No.
don't see or hear any rumbling. I'm gonna grab the flashlights,
Okay.
put those off to the side. Take the oil lamp, put it down. Keep one flashlight. Try.
Make a listen roll, please.
Okay. Listen. Yes.
From the open portal of that attic window frame out into the night, you can see the tree lines, tops of the trees. You hear your dog. You know that bark unmistakably. Coming from out there. Not down below, out
In
there.
the distance.
In the distance in those trees.
I very quickly start to climb down with the flashlight and shotgun.
Well, what did you see?
It's clear up there.
Okay.
No bobcats, unfortunately. Whitworth's body is there. Go get it, bring it down. And be quick about it. And I head out the front door.
Hey, Maggie,
Flashlight in
can you
hand.
help me with Wentworth's body up here?
Excuse
See
me,
him
who?
down at the front door.
What's your name again?
Shotgun,
Z?
flashlight, making a
I think
straight
you're
line
quite
for those
capable of
trees.
handling
Cookie.
that yourself.
Cookie.
On the way out, grab one of these pieces of paper that have been kind of translated, and I will begin reciting that as to the best of my ability.
You see her about halfway between the house and the tree line. She's kind of apparently trying to get Beatrice's attention, but
Grab his legs.
no luck.
Shake the biscuits.
I'll get my overalls. I'll start shaking
I
biscuits.
thought you were going to shake the biscuits.
I don't think she's that
Get
interested.
into my overalls and shake the
I
biscuits.
don't think she's interested in those biscuits.
Beatrice! Come here, girl! Treat!
Shake.
It's treat time! You're a good girl. Come get your treat.
Barking,
I will
barking.
pick
Shake.
up my speed.
I'll open the bag.
You're shaking and with all your trying to make as much noise as humanly possible,
Trying to get out the smell.
and it's
Not gonna stop.
I'm a following.
I'll say the lines of the text that I know louder.
Well, I guess it's just you and me.
Saying the chant of the rituals, you head out there, you've broken the tree line now, you're in amongst the trees, and that's when you hear any unmistakable sound of liquid hitting ground.
Ew.
OMG. You had one job.
It ran out of the house. It wasn't even with me.
Lois killed the dog.
What? It ran from inside. I was outside.
Flashlight bounding about.
I pull out my flashlight.
Both of you roll spot hidden.
Roll what?
Spot hidden.
Oh, I need to really
Spot
look. I
hidden.
need to check. Come on.
44.
Really look. Check the.
I'm never
Yes!
gonna get anything.
It's a 25. I got a 23. I mean, I'm not gonna like what I find, but I wanted to check.
You can use it to lower your number.
It's too far.
light
I rolled
is
44.
moving across the ground and
45.
then very quickly hits something highly reflective liquid.
No.
Start following that
And then
path or trail or splatter.
you see the paws up in the air.
Oh, she's just sleeping.
The chest cavity has been ripped open.
Looks like what I saw with Whitworth.
And, I mean, you're no medical doctor, but looks like the heart's gone.
I whip about with the flashlight and the shotgun, looking in the air because I know this thing was flying, saying the chant.
We're more devastated with his dog than we were Wentworth.
You're still reciting it?
Lois, do you know this chant? I hand you the paper.
Just what he translated.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to need a sanity roll from both of you.
What?
I'm just gonna leave Wentworth's feet dangling. I can't get him down by myself.
Nope, I failed that one, but it
Sanity.
seems appropriate.
What do I go against?
You lose one.
Insane. What is this? I got 48.
Oh, you
So,
failed.
I don't know.
You failed. 41 is where
Oh, 40. I have 41. Is that what mine is here?
yeah,
Where I
circle.
missed my points?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 48.
So you rolled over?
Yeah.
You fail. All right, lose 1 point.
You failed.
That's all I do is lose 1 point of sanity.
I will pick up the corpse.
Still warm.
Of course,
Oh,
it is.
come on.
Cradle it in my arms.
Little puppy.
Bastards!
I would look up in the night sky. I would happily trade you Nevada Jones' soul for my dog.
I would trade you
Dare you?
Do we see
Levi's
anything?
soul for a hot dog.
I will
Dotson?
traipse. I will
March.
march.
You're gonna march.
Back to the house, shotgun at my side, defeated human life.
All that for 3.
It wasn't even bottle caps.
So the two of you were getting Wentworth down.
No,
Money sanity rolls from both of you.
I didn't
please.
say that.
Yeah, you did. You said you
Well-
I
just
said
get
I was
it.
gonna pull his feet down and I was gonna leave his feet dangling.
Oh God.
Because no one was helping me.
I mean, I was going to potentially help you if you were actually going to try to get him
But
down.
then you found out you had to roll an insanity roll and
Well,
decided you didn't
no,
want
like
to.
I'm standing at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, I mean, if you want to do it, we'll do
Yeah.
it. Okay, then we'll do it. And I failed. Did you fail?
No, I did not fail.
Okay. So, do I lose a point?
Lose 50.
You do lose a point.
Oh, just one? Thank goodness. I don't have 50 to give, Sean. That puts me at -3.
You deserve it.
You're fired.
And Kiku, it's disgusting, but apparently you have a stronger stomach than you realize.
Help us, Wentworth.
She's a biology major.
He just doesn't. He doesn't have his heart into it.
Being a biology major, and you're looking over the wound with interest, and that you notice it appears the heart is gone.
Oh, that's why. God, he's heavy.
Just a big, huge wound, chest cavity's wide open, and that heart is gone.
I'm not aware of any animal that targets specifically the heart.
Well, I'm not the expert here.
And then a short time later, are you walking into the cabin?
Yeah, I'll put her body on the porch.
Grab a leg, somebody. It's heavy.
Walk in, ignoring whatever this is.
I'll go over and help.
Go get a tarp. Take it outside. Wrap her up in it.
Wait, let me see.
Hey, Linda.
I go and I
Wentworth's
look
chest.
at the dog.
Ugh.
Give me another sanity roll. Because everyone got a little attached to said dog.
No, I succeeded.
Well, you are a true scientist. Cold hard facts, that's her.
Cold hard bitch, more like.
Well, I'm not gonna argue about that.
It also, chest cavity open, a huge wound, no heart.
Whatever has done this is targeting the victim's hearts specifically. I'm not sure why, and I have never heard of an animal that would do this.
Only the most cruel, vicious, ungodly beast. Whatever happened those many years ago, there was no bobcat, there was no natural presence.
You're not suggesting.
I saw it. I saw an amorphous blob, a cloud.
Mountain lion.
Perhaps your mind is trying to protect you from something, and you believe that you saw a cloud or a demonic presence.
Whatever is going to help you sleep at night and keep your wits about you is what you believe. You believe that it was a magical bobcat that flies, and it's a magical bobcat that flies.
I believe in
But
science,
This
sir.
will be the last night that whatever flies anywhere does whatever it's going to do.
Wow.
I'm now going to
I guess I'll
dedicate
translate the
myself
rest.
to eradicating whatever this thing is. And tonight, when we do so, you should be prepared for whatever might come our way.
Well, here's
I
the
can
rest of
assure
the
you,
translation.
I don't believe any of it is of a natural occurrence.
Put Wentworth in a tarp,
We got tarp.
and the doggy in a tarp, and we put him in the back of the truck.
Oh! What happened to the dog?
Let's.
Something got him.
Why don't we keep them inside for now? We'll keep them in the tarp, but we'll keep them inside.
Okay. I just don't know if we should put him in the truck in case we have to bolt up out of here.
If somebody were to,
Investigators.
Put them in the trunk.
I'm not sure we should be moving bodies.
Well, we can't leave it here.
I'm gonna.
I can't put the dog in the tarp
Give me
with
a hand.
Wentworth unless you put the
Just
dog
put it in
in
the trunk.
Wentworth's chest.
okay.
It's
If
not
somebody
gonna fit.
comes out to investigate or check on us, now that we've been in town a couple times and they find bodies, if it's in the trunk, it's going to be a little less, why would you go in our trunk? But if we, can we come in? Oh,
Yeah,
look, there's
why-
two dead bodies in the
I
tarp.
suppose
Yeah,
that's a
but
good
if you
point.
put it in the truck, they're not likely to look for
But
it.
he has his car.
Have the
There's
trunk.
the trunk of his
It's closed.
car.
We'll just
Look, I don't care where you
Let's
put
just
it.
put a
I'm just
blanket
saying, if
over
we
him.
have to go in a
And we'll
hurry,
lock it.
do you want to leave these bodies here?
Set it
Now,
up
if
in
they
the
want
back
to look
seat.
at it, they're going to need a room
Lean him
for
against
that.
the window, close his eyes, put a blanket over him. They'll
I
think he's
suppose.
sleeping.
Let's hurry.
Get it put out there. Look out into the night at this point, waiting to see the stars and the moon. I could use that. Could use that drink now.
Sure. Sorry, buddy, I'm all out.
There's some in the basement.
Wait, there is?
No,
I'll go get some.
no, I was lying. There's nothing in the
Too late.
basement.
I'm gonna head down base and see if
down
there's
with
some
him.
bottles.
I haven't seen this basement yet.
Some whiskey
Look
down
around.
there.
Right there, whiskey.
Oh, good. Is there how many bottles are there?
3.
Smash them all. Now reach over, reach into your pocket, take your flask, put it into mine. Thank you. We're going to help you right now on this program. And I'll head upstairs. If you're so desperate, lick the dirt. Check over the pattern in the floor compared to the chalk thing we're doing. Make sure that, pick up the paint, make sure it feels like, yep, that's full enough. All right.
All preparations are ready. Now it's just a matter of awaiting the proper hour.
What time is it?
Not quite 8. But if there's nothing further you wish to do,
No, I'm going to be pretty quiet now.
I'm gonna just hold on to Lois's hand.
yes, I mean, thinking upon it, yesterday morning, you were just going to see someone in the hospital. You weren't quite sure why. Assumed it was just to say your final goodbyes to someone. And now, one of your members is gone. A beloved pet is gone. Apparently it's a little more real than you initially thought.
Yeah.
I go over and get into Wentworth's pocket and I grab the ointment
What are you, mugging him?
that we were supposed to put on her eye.
It is there.
Let me see.
I'll let her do that, and then if nothing else is happening, then I'll may rest
Yep.
for a
I
few.
see that, and it kind of centers me a little bit that one human being actually still cares for another human being, and makes me feel a little better about this endeavor.
Way to go, Kiko.
Well,
Here
the watch,
she
and just
comes
constantly
to
checking the
save the
time,
day.
like the entire time.
The appointed hour is near. You have about 15 minutes before midnight. Do you guys wish to take a break before enacting the ritual?
Yes.
So be it. So,
Yeah,
the time is nigh.
I'm ready.
Pitch black, dark outside, according to your pocket watch.
Snap.
Just
Looking
about
at your
midnight.
Gucci, it's about that time.
As soon as midnight starts, let us know, because I'll start painting this.
This
Whip out
is
my
weird.
cultist robe and shake it off. Make sure, put it on. Not happy about this at all.
Mine has Beatrice dog hair, so I won't shake it off.
Oh,
As you're watching the minute hand, watching the second hands tick by, it's about 5 minutes before midnight.
Better get ready.
For the Bobcat.
And you all suddenly hear a rustling sound up in the attic.
It's back.
Wait, we're not doing it in the attic?
did we close the attic door?
Unless I know of.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, spirits.
It's not time yet.
Oh my god.
You have to wait.
Do something right for once.
Who's holding the shotgun? Who's holding the shotgun?
I have a shotgun.
Okay, so you're going to begin painting.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I am helping with the painting.
Okay.
No,
you're
only
help-
one person needs to paint.
Oh, all right.
Because we need at least one person chanting,
I'll chant.
Okay.
beginning at midnight, starting for that whole.
Shotgun. You clearly know
I
how
can
to
shotgun and chant at the same time.
do it.
And then I'll do this stuff
And
with
make sure that the fire is burning so that that's ready to go.
Which one are you using?
He's the one burning the chemicals.
Yeah, I'll burn this stuff or whatever.
Which one?
All of them?
Wait, this one
Wait,
was
I'll do it in whatever it says.
Somebody's got the instructions. That's the chant.
I'd only mentioned one thing of chemicals.
One is a brown powder, which is in the square box. The one in a container you're holding is more of a silvery talcum powder.
This doesn't mention silver powder.
Well,
You have to go back to the one that was in the journal.
Oh, and
this one's got writing on the inside, so maybe we should use this one. This one says made in China. Probably not correct. We use that one. What's in the little box? It's the devil.
That's back when you could go to Pier 1 and get cool Cthulhu, Indiana Jones-ish items before it became all wicker.
I found a freedom inside this box.
What?
All right. Well, the way they did it: fire in the fireplace, pentagram chalked on the floor, marked with the appropriate symbols, illuminated with 2 black tapers placed on the cinder, flanking the piece of amber.
Okay.
Well, the amber doesn't matter because that was the creature and it's out, so that just let it loose.
Okay.
The others sit in a circle, while I, the designated watcher, who guards from malevolent spirits, sit in the corner of the room. At least I get the comfort of a chair, while the others can look forward to sitting on the floor for hours.
Oh,
hours.
maybe I'll.
Alan throws a handful of powder in the fire, producing an evil-smelling smoke and dampening the flames, now be sputtering green and brown. Those seated on the floor begin the lantern. What color are your 2 things?
This one is a silvery color,
Well, that doesn't seem like
And
it would
then
produce a brown.
and this one is a.
That's actual. One in that box is a brownish powder.
This one kind of
I would
looks
say
like
it's
a crunched up
probably
Frito.
that one then.
Okay.
I'm going to see through this real quick. Form thing from the terrible voice of Cthulhu, nobody supposed to spoke. Alan cast the damn powder on the djinn. The dust of Ibn Ghazi calls it, and that's when it became clear to see. Words cannot accurately describe the faceless thing. Blah, 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 blah. If we any clue as to what the powder of Ibn Ghazi would look like, he threw it on it and it became visible.
Well, I'm sure that's the one that we're supposed to throw, because the brown one is the one we're supposed to burn.
All right.
Okay, so throw the silver.
Throw the
Burn
silver on
brown.
the thing. Yeah.
Why?
Well, isn't that what you just said?
We want to throw the brown onto the fire.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yes, but why do we want to see this thing? In what way does it help us to see whatever form?
Maybe so it doesn't get you.
Assuming this is real.
Yeah. I'll hold the silver powder. You hold the brown powder.
Okay, fine.
Give me a circle.
That
That's
way we
brown.
have plenty of powder. And I feel...
Silver.
Thank you. And I feel I can be an adequate watcher as...
Are you good with the
I
gun?
don't know. My eyes are a little better, I think, than yours.
you speak Latin, sir, don't you?
That
You
is
should be
true.
the one chanting the Latin?
Yeah, but my throat's a little dry.
Too fucking bad.
So are you going to be chanting in Latin?
You know
or
who
are you gonna be
else's throat
chanting
is
in
really
English?
dry? Rupert Merriweather, Mr. Wentworth.
I don't think I can
Beatrice.
chant.
We
Latin.
do have it in English.
Yeah, I translated it for you guys.
Well, I know, but
So
he was
chant it
asking
in
if we were
English.
chanting.
I mean, chant the one in English, but I don't.
Should
we-
he
I'll
chant
do
the one in
Latin.
Latin?
Yes, because we don't know for a fact that an English translation will have the same power as the original
It's
Latin.
gonna be yama 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 yama.
I mean, there's a reason that priests still do their sermons in the original Latin. I'm sure it has some kind of power. So let's just double power it,
What's in this box?
and we'll be
Game
good
Master.
to go.
Latin. Yeah. Latin isn't the oldest language
Can't
out
say it
there.
was. It
Pass
just seems
it
to be
down
the
to
language
her.
that they used in the original to summon it. So shouldn't we?
I don't know if that's part of the ritual or not.
You get a box. I don't know
Is there
why.
anything in the box?
That was what the all your instructions were in.
Oh, okay.
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 Oh, well, there.
There you go. All right, then. Painting, chanting, guarding, and chanting, and doing other miscellaneous stuff. Keeping fires burning, watching for whatever.
What are you doing?
If anybody needs any help, just signal me and I will do my
What's
best
the
to
signal?
aid. Just like wave a hand. And, No, well, don't. You're
You
chanting.
can't.
so-
Again, we're chanting,
yeah,
so you
you're
can't
just gonna-
stop.
Should I face you?
No, face the pentagram or
Yeah.
whatever this. I mean, yes, I guess that is a yes.
Wow, that's
Pay
really
attention to
intricate.
Kiko.
Isn't there already one in the basement like that?
No, I don't. No, we found a lot of this stuff in the basement.
I wonder what they did with theirs. They just like,
I don't know. Maybe over the years it just.
I'm getting a call. Hold on.
It's my beepa.
It's Wentworth.
So you're throwing the brown powder into the flame.
Heck yeah.
You've got silver.
Yes.
You're a watcher.
He's the watcher.
What are you doing?
I'm chanting.
And you're chanting as well?
I will as backup chanting, in case somebody passes out.
Whoa. We're gonna pass out.
This thing goes on for hours.
You chant
possibly.
also.
According to this document here, hours.
Before we start all this, are you sure you want to just put this nonsense behind us? Go get the game board.
It's too late for that. It's midnight. We'll do that tomorrow.
I don't think anything's gonna happen here.
I don't
Well,
either.
we don't know.
But I don't like that you're on my side with this, so.
How monumentally naive can you two possibly be?
What? Bobcat clearly killed Wentworth and was still up there, and before we could get up
I
there,
don't
it
know if
ran
you're
out.
insane or
scared.
stupid at this point.
We scared
I'm
it.
unclear.
We scared
Is it midnight?
It went out. It killed your dog because it was small, and
It
it
is
killed
now.
Wentworth.
Okay, I
'cause he
start
was small.
painting.
Oh.
It's midnight.
Oh, spirits. Do we just go ahead and
Yes.
start?
Yummy, 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 yummy.
O spirits, you I exercise by the power, wisdom, and virtue, by the divine knowledge, by the dark void, by the name of the old ones, the root, trunk, source, and origin, if all the other divine names, whence they all draw their life and their power. I exercise you by the name Nyarlathotep, signifying the most excellent grandeur of wisdom. His majesty so high and brighter than the stars of the void. I exercise you by the most powerful name of the Azeroth and all the powerful who shall punish the crimes. I exercise you. I command you absolutely, O demon, in whatsoever part
do
of
this
the
now.
universe you may be by the virtue of all these names. Hear you and
The
obey.
flames are turning green.
Oh,
The first 20 minutes or so,
Jesus.
other than the noises, stompings, scratchings, goes pretty well.
Sounds scary as hell, but okay.
She's able to chant unmolested.
You're doing an excellent
I
job.
didn't know that was a possibility.
Oh, mine's still young.
Obviously, it's the Evil Dead 2.
And then
Don't do it, Mike.
it goes from just random thumps and scratchings. That's when the growls kick in. You bitches. I'm gonna eat them first and let you watch as I do it. Your souls, I'll feast on. And the entire house on the foundations begins to tremble and shake.
Earthquake! Look out!
The Bobcat has a potty mouth.
You sure it's not that homeless man we ran
Things
out
on
here?
shelves
ritual up.
start falling down. I need everyone to make a sanity roll, please.
Protect your hearts! Ooh, a
Good
one!
Good one to make.
A one!
24.
Not the one you want to
94.
fail.
I am killing it, no matter what dice I use.
You lose 2 sanity.
Yay!
Hold on.
She stutters a bit.
I can pick up right where she was.
And after I'm done with the circle, I'm gonna pick up with chanting
I will
as well.
go over and just put an arm around Lois and just like holding the paper out, reading it, and continuing on until she catches her breath and over.
And start again.
This whole
Powers
thing is
through.
creaking. The house is swaying.
Are you still? Is she still painting, or is the painting done?
She's now finished.
All right. So
I'm gonna pick up chanting as
you.
well.
You know Latin. Read in
And
Latin.
then all of you, it's a horrendous stench, like rotten eggs and death
better.
combined. I need everyone to make a luck roll.
what luck roll?
What is it? Luck?
Yep.
Luck.
Oh man.
45.
Nice, me too.
43.
70.
I just need to know success or fail.
Success.
Success.
How much did you fail by? Because you can spend
30.
luck. Oh, that's a lot. I don't think it's spent.
Okay.
I've switched out my dice multiple times and then just keep rolling
As
like
the
high
smell
numbers
gets
It's
bad,
you.
every time.
We have to
I'll
switch you out.
see if there's pocket handkerchiefs, something of that nature,
Holy water.
Yeah.
and start going over to people and motioning to put it around their face.
As you're doing
Okay.
that is when you notice the source of the smell.
Oh.
In between the crevices of the wood above you, there's this thick ooze that's slowly dripping down. And then you notice as it hits the ground, it's sizzling. One such strikes her.
I will.
Right in her shoulder, you take 1 hit point of damage.
You are just like the
It's eating through the cloth. So again, her chant is
Gotcha.
altered.
She's picked it up. I rush over with the orange knee-high, grape knee-high, whatever drink we've got. Rip off the sleeve and wipe your arm. I wipe Lois's arm down with this as quickly as possible. I go, you're gonna be okay.
It's you, I actually.
You've suffered.
I want to push through as best I can.
You've suffered more than most. You can do this.
You're continuing your chant, and then suddenly, shaking, the rocking sounds cease as you continue your chant. Need all of you to roll listen, please.
Oh, damn. I did not succeed.
I succeeded.
Oh, shit. 96. I failed horribly on that one.
16, I made it.
20, 10,
Yay.
4, and I rolled a 12.
But I stop as I mark off the first skill I actually passed.
Yay!
As he has done his best, you're still looking at that. The quiet is palpable. Then when the two of you hear something outside. Help, please. Help.
Which way? Back door, front door?
Front.
Front door.
Someone's at the
But
front
then
door.
I
Hear us.
exercise you by the most powerful
I will
name of
grab
Blessed
the
Azazel,
shotgun,
The all-powerful
Look behind me
bishop.
real quick to make sure
Punish
everybody's
the
okay, and then
crimes.
look out
I
the window.
exercise you.
We'll keep
I
chanting.
command You absolutely
I'll
did.
start chanting as well, just to
Oh, demon.
make sure that
and
while I'm gone, so we gets hit with acid
whatsoever
or some weird thing. I'm going to continue chanting.
Yama,
You
yama,
rush up to the
yama.
window. In the high grass, you see it. Someone's out there. You just make out a form crawling. Help! You said you had a flashlight or lantern?
Flashlight. We do have lantern, but we're using that as an extra source for fire.
You flash it through the window. Looks like a middle-aged woman. It's obviously she's hurt. You can see blood sticking her hair to her forehead. She's scared, trying desperately to get to this cabin.
Does she have a wedding ring? Look, Nevada's a lonely guy, all right?
I wonder why.
Carefully look around and open the door.
Well, we're gonna Evil Dead it all right.
Shotgun in hand while chanting.
His
Still-
majesty's so
still
high.
chanting. Even
and
outside.
brighter than the
We're gonna end up in the
stars in
past.
the void.
King Henry or
Oh, man.
Henry's
Hey,
men.
wait, let me grab a few
Flashlight
extra
all over her.
supplies, put them in my bucket.
So, because somebody went missing last night, right? That's what the
Night before last, yeah.
Night before last, and it was a young woman or a woman.
So, three of you continuing the chanting, you see, you're vaguely aware, because you haven't quite memorized it yet, so you're having to glance over from time to time. You see him moving around in the periphery, and all of a sudden, you're very much aware the door opening. Him, shotgun in hand, flashlight in the other.
Chanting. Still chanting.
Still
I
chanting.
exercise you.
Repeat after us, lady.
You get out there, it's that area that you know at one time looked to have been a vegetable garden, it's just completely overgrown.
Gotcha.
You get close to her, I need a sanity roll, please.
Okay.
Pass, you can do it, Carfax. You've seen worse.
Keep chanting.
I need some bennies to re-roll.
Use your conviction coin.
Oh, we failed.
You can't.
Wait, I have a conviction.
Do you?
Yeah.
Got a mother of pearl horn.
I have
Lando.
some
Where's she go with the fail?
Hey, Lando can talk you into anything.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty
He's
sure.
a sweet talker, but
He's-
give me a.
He's very charming.
Roll a
have
dice
Han
6 for me.
Solo.
This is the young
Damn
Lando.
it.
Lando's a man.
3.
That's how many sanity you lose. As you get
Now,
closer.
do I get to use luck to off any of
no,
that?
luck
yeah,
cannot be
that's
used for sanity rolls.
Okay.
You definitely didn't get it then. You need the young Lando.
As you get
Lando for that
closer,
swag.
and she rears up, and you see her entire chest is open.
What?
Dead by dawn, dead by dawn.
And very quickly is up on her feet and rushing right at you.
Both barrels. As soon as we see it, and before hopefully she starts to Fred Flintstone it towards me, boom, boom. Hopefully I'm at point blank. I don't know if there's a bonus for that or not, but yeah.
Give me your shotgun roll.
Shotgun. That is right there.
You can pass. Use luck. Pass.
I will use some luck if I have to. Well, we did miss it, but it's within a luck range, so
Yes.
we're gonna.
Hold up, I don't know if. I don't think luck's allowed to be used in combat either.
What?
What?
That's stupid.
Like, wait a second. That does seem kind of like. Where else would you want to be lucky? I mean, yes, I want to make skills, but yes, combat is one where I definitely want to have my luck skill used. I'm willing to burn those points.
Okay, this is one of those where I really wish there was an index, but instead it's a bunch of Kickstarter backers.
Oh.
Get them on the horn, ask them. They gotta have the answer. Any skills you can use? Natural world?
What's a keeper? A goop?
I didn't miss it by
The
a crazy
keeper
amount.
is-
So.
Is Mike.
The keeper allows and encourages us to spend luck to modify our skill checks, but he does not allow us to spend luck on combat skill checks. I'm not sure if the keeper's using house rule, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, we
He's
should
unaware.
totally play house rules, right? It's my house.
Yeah, but I mean, what are Mike's house rules?
It says
That he lets us use luck
spending
points.
luck points is one
For
of the
combat.
option rules, so it's not that strictly defined.
Got it.
I think Mike's judgment's way better.
cannot be spent on luck rolls, damage rolls, or sanity rolls.
Okay.
So you can spend it on your shotgun roll.
Yes. You're the keeper. What's your name?
All right,
Arcane War.
boom. We get to a success.
Yay!
I believe whatever
That
you
was
tell
one
me.
barrel, I believe. So we're going to unleash the second barrel.
Get it.
Oh,
Get it.
Oh, spirits, I exercise.
32, that's a big hit. Unfortunately, now, house rule. Can I use a couple of points to get it to the...
Yes.
Okay, so that's only 5 points to get it to the big success.
good. Because we may not make it out of this cabin, so you spend it. Spend it if you got it.
We're going ahead.
Just like you did
That's
in Africa.
two hits from a shotgun, one with malice.
That must have been the one where she got even closer.
Yes. Headshot.
Yeah, I hope it's a
Check
headshot.
it.
Right in the face.
You don't need a head to kill
So if
it.
you ever hear us,
true.
I don't know if there's a couple of us that play, but if you ever hear us blah, 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 check it, that's the check it. Headbutt, check it, and you put the check next to the success. So, all right.
Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple of us that
All right.
hear somebody, hey, I did this, this, and this.
I only passed one this
check
whole
it.
game. Just listen, once.
Check it.
Whole game.
I checked drive.
Oh, and there is one other thing. I don't know if I mentioned it last time or not. Not combat rolls, but skill rolls. If you roll and fail, you can do what's called pushing the roll. You tell me, you're going to try again. You tell me what it is you're doing different. But should you fail on this second roll, something bad will happen.
Something bad happens
I'm gonna
anyway.
do that all the time then. Every roll.
So if you're trying to convince someone of something, you fail the first time, you want to try it again and push the roll. Maybe you're getting a little pushy with them, a little intimidation. If you succeed, works. If you fail, then they may call the police to have you escorted off the premises, any number of things.
Okay.
On bloody lip.
So we'll just make note. Push it.
Give me your normal damage roll.
It's not listed on here. I just have unarmed, and I got a feeling that unarmed is not shotgun.
Firearms, rifle, shotgun.
Do you have shotgun? The
Fire.
damage?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, it's
I
just
got
my
shotgun
skill set.
I got the damage for
Oh, not in my.
for a
Hockey stick.
handgun. I got
Which
a
one's the hockey
38
stick do?
special. It's
1d6.
1d10.
I would assume a
Hopefully-
shotgun would do more.
Hopefully shotgun does more than D6 then. I'm gonna be real disappointed in your system if the hockey stick does the same amount as a shotgun, especially at close range. Because this fiendish
Well, I just
hellbitch
wrote
is
it down
about to
because I
eat my
had to
face
pick
off.
one up, but I don't know what the stuff is on it.
Switchblade.
Yes, a switchblade. My dad gave it to me.
What is it? 1d?
And what are you doing with the rest of your day?
1d4 plus 1 plus DB.
Nothing.
Fun.
What about you?
Probably do some. Well, Chris will be home, so I gotta get the story about how her thing went. Whatever drunken debauchery happened around her.
Yeah.
Go to a concert at Deer Creek, man. Crazy stuff. You're gonna get some stories.
Yeah.
Hopefully, clean some house and paint some figures.
Nice.
I have been painting up some pulp figures. I painted up a bulldog. Now I'm just gonna take a hammer to it.
It's terrible. Maybe we can resurrect it.
I think that's wrong.
Holy
They don't
crap.
come back the same.
Never bring up anything you can't put down.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully this is in our favor. And that whatever it is just gone, and he's not gonna say. He's gonna say, "Don't bother to roll the dice."
At least there's taxidermy.
It's just done. And
taxidermy though.
I'm assuming you were fairly close, so you can
You
get a
have to
good
lay
look at her.
flat.
yes, I
Plus
mean,
she
there was a sanity roll involved.
Plus, she
so-
had hopped up and was running towards you. Roll 4d6.
4 dice 6. Okay. $13.
That's one barrel.
Ooh.
Whoa.
15.
She went from dragging herself and begging for help to suddenly rushing right at you and boom! Hit the hip bone and blew it off. Now she was still tumbling forward. You rose a little bit and hit her right square in that chest hole and blew the back out of her spine. Now it would appear she is, again, quite dead. So all of you, as you're doing your chant, suddenly,
Keep
Oh,
going.
my spirits.
Shakily pull two out, put them in,
Carfax, are you okay?
crack it closed, and
make a listen roll.
Keep chanting,
By the
asshole.
name of the old one.
make my way back into the cabin. 97, a huge fail. So if it's sneaking up on me, it's gonna get it. Because I don't got enough luck points to make that a success. So I'm just gonna try to head back into the cabin.
Looks like you're gonna have to fight your dog.
I'll be damned.
Whitmore's gonna get a.
Wow.
Oh, they're in a tarp.
We're done listening to
You should have
old
tied the
man.
shoelaces together.
Yeah. Why don't you put the dog in his chest cavity? Get a dog in there.
As you shakily replace the shells and are backing up toward the house, you don't hear the... You just turn. First, I need a sanity roll.
Okay. Let's make one. Be nice to make one. Here we go. We made that one.
Lose one sanity. As you see, you're not sure. You didn't hear anything about a guy with red hair and a beard. But his chest, also the shirt has been ripped open. The chest cavity is just wide open. In the split second, you don't think there's a heart. Pow! Strikes you hard, right in the temple. You take 7 points of damage.
Jeez.
Now I need to know, what is your normal health?
12.
Give me a constitution roll.
Oh,
Constitution roll. All right. 24. That is below the extreme.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, there's three numbers. It is below the second.
Just need to know succeed or fail.
Succeeded.
Hurts like hell, snaps your head on your neck, but you remain conscious. What would you like to do?
Well, I can take these next two barrels and place them within him.
Roll.
Roll what?
Shotgun.
Oh, yes, let's do that.
See, I told you he was useful.
57 on a 55. We're going to use 2 more luck points.
He's a lucky son of a gun,
And
Carfax.
we'll unload that second one. 74. Unfortunately, I do not have enough. I'm not going to waste that many points.
He had grabbed the barrel and was shoving it aside, but you're able to get him with 1. Give that 4d6 roll.
You can do it. You can do it.
come on, aces.
8,
Aces.
8, 12, 13.
We'll take it.
And it would have put me down.
He was shoving it aside, and you kind of dropped down a bit, causing it to angle up. So when you pulled those barrels, took the chin off and blew the brain out the back of the skull, and the weight of its body, it hits you because it's still trying to get a hold of you and just slides off of you. You glance back at the light coming from that open door of the house. You still hear the chanting.
Waiting for the next thing to come at me. So I put in 2 more.
Carfax!
This point just kind of,
Are you okay?
head is just pivoting so quick that I can't really make out anything.
Keep chanting.
Backing up towards the house, hand and gun, or the shotgun wavering in my hand.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Louder.
Oh, spirits!
Whatever you're doing, keep chanting.
No.
All right.
Oh,
I'm glad I didn't spot that hidden.
I exercise by the power.
Yum, yum,
Oh,
yum,
no.
yum.
You see Beatrice is a small form, shaking, trying to make its way.
No.
How to get out of the tarp?
Gonna now run up to the porch and slam the door shut.
Need a sandy roll.
Of course you do.
Pass.
Uh-oh. Yes. Ooh. Had to look that up though. We were there for it.
And you rush up, slam that door shut. He is pale as hell and he's covered in blood. You're not sure if it's his or not.
Keep chanting.
His
Keep charging Carfax.
Hand him his sheet.
There's a second shotgun.
She had one.
Gonna go get that. Make sure it's loaded.
It is.
Put him right next to the door where I'm at while I'm like just now pivoting all around. I make sure that I'm not right next to that window because I'm waiting for arms or something crazy to come through that.
Pause.
Run to the doors and lock them.
You hear the horn on your car.
Oh, spirits!
One of
Yes.
the speakeasies you were at, normally it's swill. You don't care. But there was that one time. There was a decent jazz band, the name of which you can't even remember. But that drink they gave you, you'll never forget that smell.
Okay.
And you smell that now.
Oh, where's it at? Do you smell that? Listen.
Maybe
Keep
it's from
chanting.
Is it from outside? Or no? Up there? Yeah, it's drifting out of that hole.
Something.
Do we smell it?
No.
Something smells good in here.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
Keep chanting.
spirits.
Yumma, yumma, yumma.
Is there any tarps left?
I don't know how many tarps you actually brought.
I don't know if we brought that many.
Probably not.
All
I
right.
would assume a couple. I can't remember if you said specifically how many you brought.
Got one wrapped in bodies. I think we probably have. Yeah, I would imagine we don't at this point.
You could use his coat jacket.
And origin of all
Coat
the other
jacket.
divine names.
Tarp.
Keeping an eye on him as he starts to
Once
break the
they
Latin.
all
Hey,
brother,
Yeah.
keep with us. Latin. Latin.
I exercise you.
Yumma, 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 yumma.
You all hear above you, but you've been hearing quite a lot of that anyway.
Has the horn stopped, or is it still blaring?
It's still going. And now you're hearing the door, car door, opening and
You got
slamming
the
shut.
blinds.
Should have brought the truck.
You
known
see
that.
it. The lights are.
There's no one in the car, guys.
Keep
Signifying
chanting.
the most excellent bringer of wisdom.
This is weird.
Yeah, I'm going to start in with the chanting as well, just to make sure in case somebody decides not to anymore.
His majesty's so
There's
high,
a tapping coming from the
brighter than
window.
the stars of the world.
Don't even look. It's not going to be good.
I say, old boy, mind letting me in? You see Wentworth.
You don't sound like Wentworth.
I want to go up and take your face and like, look at me.
Wentworth's outside.
Chant.
He's not dead at all.
Chant.
I'll just start yelling the chant louder.
Yama, yama, yama. Wentworth, help us out. Yama, 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 yama.
The thing ate his heart, fool!
He's outside. He's the one blowing the horn.
Spirit.
Maybe this isn't real at all.
I slap him.
Read!
I've never been so jealous of someone in my life.
I guess. Yama, 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 yama.
That scent of that alcohol is still coming from up there.
There's something upstairs. I can smell it.
You
Stay
glance
down
up
here.
there and you see a pair of eyes staring down at you.
Whose eyes is it? Is it the eyes of a lover? Or the eyes of an enemy?
You're about to find out.
Need a sandy roll from all of you.
I'm gonna fire my gun at it.
Hey, you better hope it's not a lover.
28. I passed.
I did not pass.
Oh no!
I passed.
I did too! Well, the cool kids did.
Oh.
You
I thought
lose.
we were
You
friends.
shouldn't have slapped me.
You lose 1 point of sanity because from your vantage point, since you already were near him and look at me! Oh no! You saw the wrecked form of Beatrice as she came leaping out of that attic
no.
and strikes him square in the face.
What?
You take 4 points of damage as she just lashed onto your cheek and is hanging there.
Whack with my hockey stick.
Give me your, should be a hockey stick roll or skill on there, I think. Under equipment.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
You just roll 100? Roll damage. Actually, don't bother. What's the damage on it?
Carfax! I only have 3 hit points left!
Not anymore, you don't. Got critted with a hockey stick.
5.
What is the max damage?
Oh, it 1d6, so
1d6?
6.
Do you have a damage bonus at all?
No.
You're just a wee little thing.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't. No.
Okay. So with that, we're gonna say it's a critical. So the dog is hooked onto your cheek. The fangs are through your cheek and kind of behind your lower jaw teeth. So you're and you think to get your gun out, and as you're spinning, you just barely see her. Pow! Dog is here. She hit right there. Take 6 points of damage.
So where does that put me then? I'm -2.
Are you dead? Is he dead? Oh, fuck.
Because I have 4.
Did I just kill?
I think you just killed her.
I didn't
You're
mean to.
unconscious.
It wasn't intentional.
All right.
Oh my god.
What do I just circle double zero?
Normally,
what do I do here?
blood
-2.
damage in here they don't consider capable of causing a major wound. Otherwise, you would be quite dead.
Well, he was a piece of crap.
So he just suddenly folds like a rag doll. And that dog
All right, I'm gonna try one more time.
starts rushing forward.
Are you sure?
I will run to the door and open it.
What is your dexterity?
50. You failed, right? Obviously, totally, 100%.
I was waiting to see who would go first. Dexterity order. It would go first. It just launched itself at you. It's gonna miss.
Nice.
Now let's see what your swing does.
Did you ever go to hockey practice?
It didn't fail as miserably, but it did fail.
You swing with all you've got and see it. But it was enough. Just the twisting of your own body. It hits, but can't latch onto you, and hits the ground and spins. You open the door up.
Open the door. Well, I was hoping she was going to slapstick it outside. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I still have the shotgun, and there's another shotgun by the door. So I will unfortunately have to unload on my little angel because now she's a little demon, and I know the difference. This is how I'm going to deal with this.
Biscuits.
The first one is going to miss. We're not going to re-roll that.
Please do not hit me with your stupid shotgun.
And a 6. So extreme success. Yeah,
Are
we
these
beat
slugs
the
or
lowest.
is it buckshot going on here. What kind of bullets are you using?
I assumed you went with solid slugs,
Boom.
but
Close space.
you're
like
not
that.
up close to her this time. So just roll 2d6.
Now, does that include the extreme success, sir?
That doesn't do anything unless you get an actual critical.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
8.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you got an extreme?
Yes, I got 11 is my lowest, and I got a 6.
I got a hockey stick in the face.
Hey, you
In
deserve
that
it.
case, we'll just say
Critical.
max damage.
12.
It's gonna knock him into being.
So little Beatrice just became a puddle of paste.
No, that wasn't Beatrice.
As you were
Beatrice died a while
chanting,
ago.
one of her paws hit your foot.
Keep going.
Roll sanity, please.
It was her favorite paw.
Those are good, Paul. Oh, yay! I pass. Yay.
A little bit of biscuit on it.
I'm gonna keep chanting. I'm gonna set my paper on top of his body, and I'm gonna start to try to do some first aid to his head.
Appreciate that.
Let's
Try to critically pass this and not
Oh
make it worse.
shit! No, I didn't. I didn't succeed. I didn't succeed.
She feels a whole bunch.
made it worse.
Use your luck points.
There ain't enough luck points on that sheet to fix that
There's
roll.
not. There's not.
Slamming the door shut.
Bam! Roll
Reload the
luck.
bullets.
You as well.
What?
Roll luck.
90. That is a fail.
86? 80, yeah, 86.
Failures on both then?
Use all my luck though.
We're
Max.
some really unlucky
luck.
people.
As you're trying to do what you can for his head wound,
It's a big dent.
suddenly, something burns on your head. And you still, that horrendous smell is worse now as you, that acidic, whatever goo, just drip down on you and on you. You see it burning through his jacket, his shirt.
Not my favorite bomber jacket. Oh no. Right through my
I'm gonna rip off the bottom like hem of my dress and like wipe it off.
fighting
of
cephalopods patch.
both of us.
I think it's a 13 color.
It is.
Yeah.
Still, you're managing to keep the chant up throughout
Wait,
the booms.
how many hit points do we take?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
I take one too?
Yes.
I'm at -3.
Actually, I just need a constitution roll from you.
You want to make this one.
Yeah.
Don't die.
Use that. Use
I
those-
did, 15.
Use those points.
Well, you didn't die.
I got
Good.
50, 25, and 10 is on my constitution. I rolled a 15.
How far away is the table that was in here?
The table is. It's over in the corner. It's not, from where you're at,
Yes.
it's in the other room.
All right. Can I get to it? Can I get to it and drag it in here without dragging it over the thing that we've made?
What do you want to do precisely?
I'm gonna try to drag it into the room so they can stand. They can sit underneath it and hopefully avoid being hit by any more acid.
And since you painted it, you should be okay.
We're not taking that chance. If I gotta go over it or break that line, we're not doing that.
Yeah, because it had
That's
to be
in the journal.
It had to
That's
be
what-
5 foot
Gotcha.
across.
Okay.
Table won't quite cross.
I'll get the
that.
table as close as I can to them, and there's nothing about where we had to stand, right?
It had to be in, said it would needed to be in a circle.
Oh well.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna
Well, I will bring the table
You've done
over
enough.
to
drag your
either.
body.
Done enough.
I'll bring it over
You've
to
done enough.
Lois if I can get it to her,
Okay.
and she can sit underneath it if need be, because that won't break the circle. Can't get it to everybody, so I'm going with this one.
I abandon Nevada and return to the circle.
You smell fresh bread.
Oh, spirits! I exercise you.
Like money, fresh bread.
Because I'm so hungry.
This is all continuing the sounds, the smells, the dripping. You've realized now to keep an eye, one eye at least, up on the ceiling trying to avoid that goo. Wentworth is now banging on the front door. The frame will not cross that threshold.
Seems we're safe in here.
Why'd you leave me?
Near Lethota.
Why did you leave me up there?
That's not how he sounds. It's a lie.
Signifying the most excellent thing.
You
Sure hope somebody
check your watch.
I'm unconscious.
You're about 5 minutes
You already
away
did
from
it.
1 hour.
Oh, you don't have to keep.
Put it
I don't think
away.
you have to keep
Pop
doing
open
it.
my umbrella in one hand. Put it up inside the house. Shotgun in the other hand.
Yeah, it's bad luck.
Go out.
Oh my god!
Point, sir.
Look over. Walk over to get to Nevada. See how's he look. Are you unconscious?
Huge lump on the side of his head. His
I'm
eye
going-
is now turning, got
I
a
will-
black eye from it.
Put the umbrella, close it, put it
Oh,
down,
demon.
and try to do some first aid.
Whatsoever part of the universe you may be.
Yeah.
By the virtue of all these names.
I have failed to do the first aid.
What is wrong with you people?
There's a lot of poking on it.
So much incompetence.
At least you're unconscious, so you don't have to feel that
True,
pain.
true.
So motion to bring him to me.
While he's doing that, the two of you have your eyes on that
Keep chanting.
pentagram still, and suddenly you're aware. You can't really see it because the table's over you, obscuring your vision. You, on the other hand,
I
out of that
exercise you.
attic door, wisps of smoke are slowly curling down toward the middle of that pentagram. And then something swirling vortex of just blackish, it's not quite smoke,
Close
it's
your
not quite a
eyes.
liquid.
Don't look directly at it.
No problem there.
And as soon as all of it is right inside of that pentagram, Wentworth, what? Like a puppet strings have just been cut.
Spirits.
We're nearly there.
Let's go. Keep chanting.
The other side of this tunnel.
Louder.
And suddenly you see your brother in there,
Wisdom
in the pentagram.
and virtue.
Close your eyes. Don't look directly at it.
By the divine knowledge.
Hey girl, come on. Let me out of
And
here.
the dark
Let me out of here, please.
by the name of the old
Come on.
ones.
Keiko, come on. Why are you doing this?
I exercise you.
What? You're my sister. You're all I got in this world. Come on, why
You're
are you
not
doing
my
this to me?
brother.
It's not your brother, whatever you're looking at. I can see it, and it's not your brother.
Can I assume that I have this memorized by now?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to do some first aid
Good.
on the unconscious
Does he still? Have you run out of the powder?
smash.
I assumed somebody picked
Do
it up.
we use
or
it all at
we-
once,
I don't
or
know.
is it supposed
if
to be
he's
done
done, I'm
over
gonna start. I'll
time?
grab it
It's
and
laying on
start.
the ground.
Look,
so
you
it's not
pick
a
it up.
revolver.
All right, I'll start throwing. If there's any left, and it's in the thing of why we should keep doing it.
That was one of the initial things.
Oh,
throwing
okay.
it.
So we don't
He
need
failed
that
to
anymore.
do it.
I exercise
I will
you
pick
by
up the thing and put it in my
most
pocket.
powerful name
Okay, so
of
first aid says 30, and I got 38.
So
If you want to spend 8 or more luck points, you'll succeed.
Sure.
Hey, I appreciate that,
I don't need it.
Linda.
Look, I already know I'm unlucky.
I appreciate that, Lucy.
exercise you.
I haven't used any of my life points.
Do you have a die 3?
7.
If not, roll die 6.
I do not have a die. I don't have a die 3. 2.
You have 1 hit point.
So unconscious.
You may not want to be in a minute.
Hey, I did the best I could.
Well, sometime that's best.
I'm an engineer, for God's sakes.
I mean, next time maybe.
Maybe you ask the biologist for more help.
I mean, it's to be expected.
You hear a
From a
whisper
student, deceased student.
right in your ear. You can feel the breath tickling the hairs on your ear. Jones. Hey, Jones.
Phil, is that you texting me in the middle of the game about kittens?
Jones.
Are you? Oh, look. See if I can see what's going on.
I can make all of this go away.
Keep chanting.
You glance over.
Keep chanting.
Your vision's blurred, but maybe it is Phil. He's in that circle. I can make it all go away.
I'm gonna shove this paper in his
I can
face.
put you in a speakeasy. They'll
Keep
never
chanting.
stop serving you drinks.
Keep chanting.
The best jazz you ever heard. All you want. I just need you to stop this. Don't do this.
Oh, demon, whatever part of the universe you may be, by the virtue of all these names, hear you and obey.
I'm gonna end you. Don't do this. Come on, don't do this. You don't want to do this.
I'm gonna start
Go
chanting.
for it.
Oh
Don't do
no,
it.
I exercise you by the most powerful name of Azoth, the all-powerful, who shall punish the cursed for crimes.
Push the crimes.
I don't know what's happening. I exercise you though, and I command you absolutely, demon.
In whatsoever part of the universe.
Yeah,
We never
wherever
knew
you're
of
at.
all these
I can
names.
grant you a wish. What do you want?
Hear you and
What do you want?
obey.
Wait, you didn't promise me a wish. What? That's different. You could put me in a speakeasy.
That's all you want, right?
Anything. Okay, whatever you want.
Can you bring my
I
dad back?
exercise you by the power
bring
of
back
wisdom
Slime.
and virtue
Renowned
of the
scientists known
divine
throughout the world.
knowledge.
All the
By
prestige.
the dark void.
Don't do
By
it!
the name of the old.
I'm blind!
Can you bring back the doll?
Everything's quiet. There's
keep chanting.
nothing there.
Keep chanting.
Yeah,
Try to find my pistol.
Keep chanting.
Yeah.
Yama, yama, yama.
Take out the silver powder and throw it into the ring.
Fly straight up and just. You see little motes of dust and nothing more.
I'm gonna just chant for like another half
That
hour.
was
Keep
not a
going.
bobcat.
Keep chanting. When does it
I'm
end?
gonna keep
When the sun
chanting.
comes up
Somebody read the instructions. When does it end?
until dawn.
Jesus, how long? What time is it?
It's about 6 more hours.
You keep going and going. You give each other little breaks to sip water. And then the sun begins to crest over those trees. Did you stop?
No, I'm gonna keep going till they tell me to stop.
When I see the sun come up, I'll stop.
Do we stop?
I
that's it.
suppose.
Are you sure?
Your voices are all hoarse.
You
Barely
should keep
speak.
going though. Kathy, keep going just in case.
I am so
Yeah, keep
glad
going.
you didn't die. I'm so.
You should keep going. We're gonna stop though.
Does it say when we stop? It says stop.
It didn't say.
No, it's
It didn't
translated
say.
here. It says the person that first started chanting should continue chanting at least 2 hours after
But
dawn.
you started.
You were the first one to chant. Yeah, right there in this part.
That's not what I saw.
The feeling of just ill omen you felt when initially entering this cabin is no longer there. And actually now, you can hear wildlife outside. Birds, insects. And as the sun rises further and light starts spilling in the windows, you think it's over.
But that's usually when it's not over.
But with that open door right there, you see Wentworth's corpse again. Bone fragments and fur from Beatrice.
There's a paw.
But it is over,
The section of my
despite the
leg.
cost.
Should we put all the bodies in the trunk? Do you think?
I can't
Get that tarp
believe
out.
I missed Louis Armstrong for
Help
this.
me put the bodies, wrap them all up in the tarp,
Yeah.
put them in the trunk.
And then what do we do with them?
Gesundheit. Gesundheit. Oh, in Latin I will tell her Gesundheit. That's-
Then use the second tarp to wrap that
Exercise
tarp
your
up in.
speeds.
Make sure there's not gonna be any leaks. All the pieces and parts we can find.
Keep chanting, Kathy.
I don't think it was a goddamn bobcat.
Could have.
I don't know. Maybe it was a bobcat. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
No, it wasn't that hard to tell. Definitely wasn't a bobcat.